Welcome back to the So Over It podcast
with Enya and Jordan.
And Jordan and Enya.
How you doing? Welcome to the So Over It podcast with me, Enya Martin.
And me, Enya Martin. I do.
It's written down.
There, look, Jordan.
Darren
What
and
is it
Joe.
really?
Darren, Conway
Jordan.
and
What
Joe.
colour is my eyes?
Blue.
No,
Kind of
green.
green.
Oh,
grainy.
they're
I
like-
was just looking
They're
at that
purple
stuff.
in that year.
It's close.
We're just looking at the logo here. But yeah, welcome to the So Over It podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. Where'd you come from today?
I came from me gaff. Where'd
Yeah.
you come from?
I feel like I'm on holidays and we got lifted up onto the stage. Where'd you come from?
The kiln.
And then he makes some corny joke about you.
Yeah.
I always reference TikTok in this podcast, but you know, like when you were a kid and you were on holiday and you were sitting there having like one of those mocktails and like the drag queen come out to you and start picking on you and you're like, come up on stage, you coming up on stage. You
Like,
know?
what holidays did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
to? A week away in the
That's how I met
George.
Jordan. That's
Yeah,
how I met
I was
Jordan,
the drag
yeah.
queen.
Oh, yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know, introduce yourselves and who you are.
Hello, I'm Darren. I am from Finglas and I do videos sometimes, and I do a podcast called Stala. Do a few things.
Yeah.
Dale.
Few bits.
I think he'll just say the same.
Yeah, I'm Joe. I make comedy sketches online and for RTE Player series called
Wow.
Free Gaff.
Show off.
Yeah, proper. That's a proper plug,
Darren's
yeah.
also
So
winning.
getting that for free.
And
It's always hard to
That's the only
introduce
one you'll get
yourself.
for free. by the
Isn't
way.
it?
That's
Do you
the
find
only-
that hard
I've
to
seen many-
introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's real awkward.
No, I love doing it.
it's
like
like
doing
doing
a
a
job.
job interview. When you do
Yeah.
a job, can you tell me a bit about yourself? Oh, just ask me a fucking question.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Oh my
to
god,
answer.
who am I?
Yeah.
You're having a midlife crisis in the middle of an interview. What's my identity?
That's what they say on a first date. It's like a job interview, isn't it?
What?
Like
First date
Yeah,
tournament?
first date.
The
not-
programme?
Not just first dates either, but first dates in general.
Yeah, true.
Should treat it like a job interview. Like
Yeah.
you're
It's like a
interviewing them.
it's like a self-tape for Big Brother. Like, he's like, you have to fucking try sell yourself, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Sell yourself on
Yeah.
that book. Go on.
I remember, did you have this in your school, LCVP?
Yeah.
Right. And they bring in like these like CEOs and all like that, and you have to go for like an official interview, like it's like a mock one, and they're interviewing you, and they ask you at the end, like, have you got any questions? And I did this big fucking 360. I goes, what would be the perfect employee at your workplace? And they were just like stunned. They were like, oh my god, no one ever has any question for us.
You turn around and you're like, what a
Yeah,
singer.
I got the unofficial job
I did
for a
LTA.
cement roadstone.
So did I.
Yeah. LTA was grand.
It's great, isn't
A
it?
few
Did ya?
crosswords.
Few
Yeah.
crosswords.
I passed
Like
me
I'm a
leaving.
hangman.
I passed me
Flying
leaving doing flying colours, yeah. Doing a thing on Cork Cobain. Just done a
Oh,
project on
Yeah,
Cork Cobain,
sure,
Havana,
how
like
gay
that.
I am. Mine was on Paris Hilton.
Was it? Did you enjoy it? Did you?
Yeah, I
Well,
had a
there you
ball.
go.
She was so
I-
big back then. What was the show that she had with the other
Simple
one?
Life.
The Simple
Oh my
Life.
God,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Nicole
iconic.
Richie.
Sana, sana.
I can't believe like that Lionel Richie was her dad. Like, I only found that out a couple of years
She's
ago.
adopted.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, and I'm not.
That's
but
news
she's,
to
like,
me.
mixed
Yeah,
race, so
same.
Lionel
it would have
Richie
made
is-
sense to me because she's mixed race, like, because he's obviously black and the man's white. So like, and she was adopted. I was like, wow.
But usually, like, there's
Never
definitely a hint of like a mixed race.
Is she mixed race? Is Paris
Yeah.
Hilton mixed race?
No, Nicole Richie.
Nicole
is.
Richie.
Oh, Nicole Richie.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Oh,
Lionel
Paris
was
Hilton's
her
as
dad.
white as they come with just
Yeah, I was
that.
like, she is very white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there's definitely.
Is
another
her dog
man
still
job.
alive?
No.
The Chihuahua?
Tinkerbell.
Gone, yeah.
Tinkerbell. You
Brown
were
bread.
down all.
Do you remember when she went missing and all years ago? I
No.
remember that. It was on the news
She
every
went-
morning.
Yeah, did you ever see that with the missing people going missing on Facebook, right? And it's like, we haven't heard from him in 2 days. And I'm like, it's Monday. Is that
Yeah.
a session? Like, like dead white.
It's not like him at all. Yeah, me bollocks.
It's not like him at all.
There was a footballer whose dog went missing and he put out a reward for it. Wasn't that someone from Man
Much.
United? It was a Rashford or something.
Can't remember.
Storage.
I remember.
Sturridge. Was Sturridge.
Was
Yeah,
Sturridge.
yeah.
He doesn't play for Man
That was
United.
Ryan who said
Yeah,
that
it
he
was
would
very
know that.
wrong. Very wrong of us.
And how much was the reward?
A grand.
Man,
Few grand.
That's
Fuck all.
For a footballer, it's not a
Yeah,
lot, is
that
it?
was stingy. He doesn't give a fuck about that dog.
Oh, was he kidnapped? The dog was kidnapped, maybe.
I think he was kidnapped.
I'm not.
Do you remember Lady Gaga's dogs were? Like, the dog walker was held at gunpoint and all the
Oh,
dogs were
yeah.
stolen. She gave like $1 million or something to get them back. But
But wasn't it meant to be an inside job that he organised the dog
No,
walker?
because he got shot. The dog walker got shot in the
Alright,
leg.
take a bullet for €1 million.
So they shot him just for his dogs.
No,
Or Lady
her
Gaga's
dogs.
dogs. He was a dog
Her
walker.
dog,
Like.
because they knew she'd pay like big money. Ah,
Someone's
yeah.
at me door.
Is someone at your
He has a
door?
ring doorbell.
Hey, yeah, I'm
In-
just
in
recording a
Finglas.
podcast here
You
out
have
in
to have one in
Mcgucken.
Finglas.
Yeah.
The amount
But
of
like that thing
knickknacks.
be took off the ball in seconds where I'm from.
Those ring doorbells are very,
Doorbells?
doorbells are very popular here.
They're
And they're
grand,
mad
yeah.
cheap. You get them in Argos or something, don't
80
you?
quid or something, yeah.
Yeah, and you can talk through them, can't you?
Yeah,
Is it the
yeah.
actual ring
Answer
doorbell?
the door.
Oh, go on.
Sitting.
And you go, who's that?
I catch mad shit on that doorbell.
Here's one as well.
It's
yeah.
not working anymore. Well, it's not recording. It is working. If anyone wants to rob me, it's fucking working. It's not recording. I can only look on my phone to see
Yeah.
where it is, so it's not recording because the memory is full. And I'm raging because somebody knocked up at my door yesterday. I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I answered the door. I was like, what's the story? And he goes, do you want me to wash your windows? Like, I'll power hose your windows. And I was like, no, they're grand. And then he goes, they're fucking not grand. Look at the state of them.
Oh my
Here?
god.
Yeah, to me face. I was like, no, they're actually grand. And he's like, oh, well, fuck off then. And then he went to the next door. I was like, I hope that was caught on the ring doorbell. And it fucking wasn't because it's not recording anymore.
What a shame.
Talk about customer service, like.
Yeah,
There's always kids knickknacking on my gaff.
Is that?
And,
You're
and
gonna not
they're not aware of the bell, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So you
yeah.
just see that
Nowadays.
at the door.
You
Gone.
do it. You do it. Kick it.
Nowadays
Kick it.
it's a different story because of all them. When we were younger, it was just like Crazy Joe. We had to worry about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
We have one called, I don't know if I'll allowed to say this, but Pieball John. And he was the one that you didn't want to mess with, you know what I mean? But like, you had balls if you went to knick-knacked his door, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's a one like that everywhere, isn't there?
You just wanted it for the chase, like.
Yeah, but I'd be rattling. I'd be like, the lightest knock ever.
No, but I love it when they get real, when the neighbours get real into it and they're like waiting for
Yeah.
you to knock, and they're just like, there's like it's like literally sucking the energy out of them all day. They're just like, no, I'm gonna catch this cunt that's
Yeah.
knocking
And
on
now
my door.
we're getting to the age where we're the angry neighbour. Like,
Yeah.
we're the little peaky blinder, do you know what I mean? Go on, knock on my door.
'Cause when people found out like I was Shanto and all like that, and where I lived, you used to get always get kids knocking at my door. I had to get a camera installed and all
That's
because
you.
of it.
Did you not get the ring?
I was going to get the ring doorbell, but then the CCTV company contacted me and they were like, oh, we'll install it for free and all. I was like, happy days. And it rewrites itself after 3 weeks, like, so you have 3 weeks of footage. But yeah, I got it. So like they could actually, the light comes on now at night time when you walk into the garden, like there's a light stuck to it, and they stop knocking down when they see in the camera. Cunt, like.
So you have CCTV and lights and everything.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Of
rates.
24/7 guards.
Like four
K
hours.
well
AK-47.
protected. The cat Kitty. Dimping is on guard. Meow, and he's
Yeah.
on the wall.
How's your cat?
Oh, she's grand. But you know what? Like she keeps setting off I kept getting notifications about the cat entering the garden because it has like a little area, if you know what I mean. So if you pass like a certain threshold, like the light comes on. So she kept fucking setting it off. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, I get a notification, intruder, and I look at me fucking Dimnet with the belly on.
When he said, how's your cat? I want to say
Dimnet.
muffin butter.
Dimnet.
It's a great name for a cat, yeah.
Our first cat's name was Deirdre.
Deirdre?
Weird, yeah.
Animals with human names is the best.
Yeah,
I
I saw
know.
a dog called Sadie. I was like,
Mihal. Imagine calling your dog a little Jack Russell Mihal.
or
What was
Peter.
it? We were
Paul
on
or
the
something.
we were on the radio the other day and we were talking about human names for cats or for animals in general. And somebody texted in and said that he had a friend and he had 12 dogs like,
Over the course of his
life,
yeah.
and called
Yeah.
every one of them Glenn.
All of them. Just
All
like
of
Glenn. One
And
dog
not
is
Glenn
there.
number one.
Glenn
just
Squares.
Glenn.
Glenn. Easier,
Glenn
isn't it?
Squares.
Like just Glenn. All right,
Name's the
Glenn.
name.
Yeah. You won't forget it then.
What do you think is the most common dog name? I think it's like fucking Max or something like that, isn't it? Or
Or Blackie.
Blackie, yeah.
Yeah.
such a lazy name.
Just
Like
see the colour and then
Yeah.
just be like, oh, whitey.
Blackie.
My neighbour's dog was called Ronaldo.
No.
I swear to fucking a
feel
little
like-
Yorkshire Terrier,
I
yeah.
feel like different dogs, like now with King Charles, I always called Charlie.
Yeah.
Like a little Yorkie, I don't know, it was always like something cute and little.
No, it's the little vicious cunts that are called Pixie or something like that, or like Chloe or something.
Same with the kids. Or Coco.
Coco, yeah.
Yeah.
No, some of them
People
are
get
just ridiculous.
bulldogs and you want to call them like Bruno or what? Like
Yeah.
big
Real
tough
manly,
names.
yeah. Pumping test.
Rocky.
Panos.
Or Pablo. If I see a fucking other bulldog called Pablo.
Who called?
Pablo.
Loads
Drug
of people-
dealers?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Escobar, Pablo
Yeah,
Escobar.
Pablo Tesco bar. That's your joke.
Right, so we're jumping went off on a bit of a tangent there. So we're gonna get back stories on the boat is. So Darren, we'll start with you.
Start with y'all, will you?
So,
Let him get his
so Darren, I actually, when I first was on Facebook and I considered making videos, you were the first person I seen making videos. Yeah.
Is it?
So you were nearly like an inspiration, yeah. And
Wow.
you're still going. You're still in
Still
that
going.
kitchen
I'm an
making
elf
videos,
nest.
you
Yeah. I'm still in the kitchen, different gaff though.
are. Is it a free gaff? Cheeky plug.
No,
Hey.
So
I wish.
tell us, how did you start out? What made you want to start making videos? Because nobody else, I think, was making them at the time. Definitely in Dublin, like.
I used to look at them Vines years ago. Do you remember them?
Oh,
Yeah.
they were
They're
only
like 6-second
seconds.
videos. I kind of took just inspiration from that to
The
like
good days.
try and do that. Because I think I
Mm.
started out just posting little Vines on the app, like, but they weren't doing that, and then just made a Facebook page like yourself. And
What age
Joe.
were you when you started? Or what year was it like?
I'd say I would have been about 20, maybe, or 19.
God, I was about 24 when I started.
Oh, yeah?
So you are well ahead of me.
Nearly
yeah.
10 years, like.
And like video wasn't even big back then. Like, and
Wasn't
now
at
it's
all.
huge. Like
Yeah.
social media. Like,
We started at the right time, didn't we?
yeah, no, definitely you. Like,
Boom, brand deals. Yeah.
10 years later.
It was worth the wait. I mean,
Well, it's happening very quick for other content creators. Like they're just popping out of nowhere now and just starting to
Yeah.
make TikToks, and then they have like 1 million followers instantly. Like
Yeah.
on TikTok, it's so much easier, so much faster.
That's what back in, like, that would have been about like 2011 then, wouldn't it?
in and around, yeah.
When like people were probably terrified to put up videos of themselves.
Yeah.
Like, YouTube was probably the only kind
Yeah.
of platform.
You
Like,
used to get slated for it though years ago in Finglas. Like there'd be
did
people.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
proper. Like you know,
put anything online, everyone has
Yeah,
an
yeah.
opinion about it. Like,
because like there was no like there was social media, but there was never like a like video aspect where people are creating and stuff like that.
Mm.
So if you were to like post a sketch, that's weird to them. Like do you know
Yeah.
that way?
and even nowadays, all the videos are small
Yeah.
and compact. They're not like big long sketches anymore. Do
Yeah.
you know what
So
I
do
mean?
you think you should be doing something better with your time or something?
Yeah, it's like do a normal job or whatever. Like even though I was working in
Yeah.
a pub, and now they're like, "What's up there, you legend man?
Oh, it's always
Hero.
the same.
The best." And I'm like, yeah.
New you,
Yeah, but
you,
then
You
you-
used to slag
See,
me,
the
man. Call me
gangster
Peter
online
K.
then and being like writing shit online. Then when they see it, like, oh, you gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up your hole.
Oh, I remember my Garrett. Shut up, yeah. Garrett's two friends used to always slag me when I started. I used to only put it on my personal page, the videos, and they used to like slag him, and then he's like, "Oh, like just stop making them videos, will you? I'll just keep getting stick off the boys and all like that." And then the same two lads were looking for free tickets to Vicar Street. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. It's
fucking,
mad, yeah.
like it's always the same. Like,
I always be nice to everyone though, even if they
Yeah.
what.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the
Good
point?
attitude.
Yeah.
I say about even comedians, like, you know, when someone says, "Oh, they're shite," and I'm like, "No, they're just not your cup of tea. Like, they're not shit.
Mm.
They're fucking selling out shows. Like, someone
Yeah.
likes them, you know."
That's
Yeah.
it. Like everyone has different tastes, you know.
Yeah.
And then how do you find it nowadays? Like with everything.
Compared
Like,
to back then.
It's sort of the same. Like it's not the same because like you mature a lot and your
Yeah.
content changes. You know when you hit your 30s nearly. So it's different. Like it's the same kind of format when I'm doing that two character thing. Like
Yeah.
I still do that for some reason. I don't know why.
Still
it's
doing
just,
well.
yeah.
Still
it
doing
just
very well.
works, like.
Yeah.
And
And
have
then
you ventured
this
into
fella.
stand up yourself, sorry?
You're grand.
No,
No.
I wasn't saying that. I get
Oh,
on
sorry.
to this fella I was saying, and then this
Sorry.
fella's like does them as well now.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
it? But no, I haven't. I've done like one stand up gig, but I don't know.
It's just not for
It's
you.
not.
like,
Yeah, it's one of them
I-
things. Like
I thought that as well, like, but I think that I convinced myself as well, like, I'd never do stand up now. It's not for me, terrifying, even though I had no fear of speaking in public. Do you know what I mean? But to actually stand live on stage and try and make people laugh
Yeah.
terrified me. But when I tried it once, like, I actually liked it. Like, but
did you? Yeah.
but some people then, like, the whole TikTok thing and all, like, you know, some people are making a lot of money by just doing the videos. They're not
Yeah.
even venturing into it. Or some people doing podcasts, like, you
Yeah.
know, like the Talking Bollocks lads, like, they would probably never do stand up,
Yeah.
but they're doing
It's
very
what,
well
it's
with
what
the
you're
shows.
interested
Like,
in at the end of the day, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, I think I will eventually do it. Like I do say to him, like I think I'll do it eventually. Just try it out, really. And
yeah, I think you'd be a real dry comic, like.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't be like flying around the stage and everything. I'd just stand in one spot for the whole hour or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Go on, Ronaldo.
Alright.
And then Joe, like, I remember walking with you going back a few years ago. I
Yeah.
forget how we actually started walking together.
When I was doing the Wind Up Merchants
Yeah.
stuff, I put a message out. I think it was on Film Network Ireland, like if there was any female
Now
actresses
I remember,
or comedians
yeah.
or something. And then I met up with you and
The girl Grania, wasn't it?
Grania, yeah. I've done
Yeah.
a few videos down.
Were you already doing that then?
Yeah, I was. I was only, like, literally in the early days as well with the Get a Laugh page. And
Yeah.
I actually, yeah, that's how I met you. Like, I didn't meet you through a mutual friend. And we met up in Starbucks, you and Rory.
Yeah.
And a different Rory.
Very tall, isn't he?
And
Pretty tall.
Rory Nolan, isn't it? Is that
Yeah.
his surname? Yeah. And yeah, we got together and made a sketch. And then, like, I think we were kind of like contacting each other, like, if we needed, like, kind of extras for sketches and stuff like that, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we worked together on, like, obviously a lot of the ones, like, if Mean Girls was set in Dublin, if the Titanic was set in Dublin,
yeah.
if Home Alone was set in Dublin, like, they all went down really well. And for those who don't know, like me, Joe, and the Wind Up Merchants, like we worked together. Actually, we actually kind of bounced off each other a bit while we were making them, weren't we? Like,
Yeah, it
like
was
for the material and stuff. Like,
yeah, there was a period of time there that there was a lot of content being.
Yeah.
Like we done a pilot sketch show, and we got you in for one of the sketches, and you as well, Darren. So you were in the same thing at the same time.
And then we came full circle again.
yeah, look
Yeah,
at us
but
now.
It's a small kind of pond. Do you
It
know what I
is
mean?
in
So
Dublin
I don't
anyway.
think there's. It's the same with any little subculture. If it's Irish hip hop or if it's online comedians, it's a small pond.
Is that
and
bound to
there's
run
no-
into each other? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's no space for like competitive stuff. It's kind of like a rising tide lifts all ships. And I think
Wow.
if you collaborate, do you like that? Do you?
that's so
Deep,
deep.
yeah.
Someone
Like
write
get
that
that
down.
tattooed
Yeah.
on
Is
you.
this Diary of a CEO or so over it?
That's the cover of our book.
Rising
Well,
tides.
Lift
Well, I
all
don't even know what
ships.
my point was now.
No,
What was
go
my
ahead.
point? What was I saying?
Like
Yeah.
everyone
Everyone needs
supporting
to-
each other, like kind of rather than competing.
Yeah, and I wanted to collaborate
Yeah.
with as much comedians and funny people and people that were like-minded and interested in making comedy sketches as I could. So that's why we stayed in touch, and like
Yeah.
some other people were just interested in acting, but you are more interested in comedy, and that's
Yeah, and to be honest, like that's the one thing I love about social media is because you can get away with saying so much more, especially if it's not a fucking sponsored post either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love that when I'm making my own video, I can say what the fuck I want, obviously within reason, you know. Like, you still have to kind of be a bit PC, but
Snowflakes.
like compared to like when it's with a brand or something, like say like I don't know, like I'm looking at AIB here on my bank card. Yeah, you can't say this, you can't say that. That sounds a bit like racist. That sounds like discrimination. Like, whereas when you're doing your own video, you're just like, I can course as much as I want. I can say X, Y, and Z. Same thing with YouTube. Like, because I was actually looking at some of your early sketches from the Wind Up Merchants. Like, God, probably like back on like the Motorola phones or something. Was it like, when did you start doing them?
I don't know, the Wind Up Merchants stuff, we made that intentionally. I mean, that's kind of insulting. I'm offended that you'd said no. we made the Wind Up Merchants. We started it because we wanted to have comedy sketches online with a high production value. Like,
Yeah.
we made them with the intention of looking like TV sketches.
I only said to him a few weeks ago, saying like, the production value on the Wind Up Merchants back in the day when I was making videos on my phone, like, and it was
Yeah.
shit. Like, he always stood up. Like, do you know what I mean? I
That's why
always
it's
stood
the
up well.
perks of
Like,
having friends who like can work like that type of software, like can work cameras like that, you know, like because I suppose it's nice and easy to just get a camera phone and like start doing a video, but like to actually have like the lighting, the software, like the proper camera rig and all, you know.
Yeah.
It
Um,
shows like
Well,
looks
I
professional.
studied television production and operations, and I had a YouTube channel before, like from when YouTube just started. I was in a youth club and they had all the equipment, so I was using it then. So I always wanted to make stuff. I always wanted to make stuff for TV, but then when YouTube came along, I just wanted to make stuff that looked like it was on the TV on YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah.
So that's kind of why, like, and I just can't. Even now, like, Darren tries to get me to do those self-facing camera videos and just kind of play the two characters and bounce off yourself, and I'm just like, if it doesn't have production value or something, then it's just kind of
Really, yeah.
it's hard for me
You're a bit of an
to.
OCD freak for that. Like, you
Yeah,
just want
yeah.
it to look a certain
Sure,
way.
look
Like,
how well, like
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I used to think like, I don't think people give a fuck what the production value is, but then like when I seen you at videos like and all, like, you know, like the like people responded very well to them, like, do you know what I mean? Like it was like legit, like it was like, you know, the way Scary Movie takes the piss out of Scream, that was like you was doing like a version of it on it, like
Yeah.
that was a
and
mad one though, because we didn't even think that was good.
No.
Remember?
well,
Yeah.
probably because you just had watched it so many times,
Yeah.
like,
Even before, like while we
Really?
were making it and stuff, just the script in general, I was just like it's
Well,
it's
there
always
was
no
no
definitely
script.
so, isn't it?
no, there wasn't a script. There was just ideas, like. But
Yeah.
when you're looking at it, like, it's just a clown that's like but gay. I think that's what made it.
like
That's
a
what.
that's
pitch,
what
that's
it
like how
was.
you pitch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to take the piss out of a movie, it's gay instead of it. Like,
Yeah.
do
Just
you know
put
what
a
I mean?
J on it.
I'd be like, sorry, is your name Geek?
Gigna.
Yeah.
How did you come together with that idea? Like,
Oh yeah, I had actually
Darren
had
had that
that
ages.
idea like since when the first one, not the first one years ago, but the one
Because you
with
weren't alive.
the original was
Well,
it, or
wasn't
the
alive, no. No, the one with your man, that the latest ones, but
Yeah.
the first one of
Yeah.
that, not the second one. And after that, I was like, I'd love to do like a sketch with fucking where it's like gay. I don't know how I thought of it. It's so easy.
Don't know how I
It's just a
thought
J.
Just
Just a J.
It sounds a lot like
it's
it.
so simple, like, do you know what I mean? And The thing is, sometimes when I like title my videos, if like the Titanic was set in Dublin, I think it segregates a lot of people that aren't from Dublin.
Yeah.
But like with that type of sketch, it doesn't. You know,
could do
and
just
people
Ireland.
can that could be like a bunch of lads from Liverpool, and you'd still find it funny.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You to see comments now from overseas and like Scotland, England, and stuff like that, and they get it. Like it's
Yeah,
because
but
it's the
you
same banter kind
yeah.
of.
I think like they use the slang git as well, like for maybe git boy maybe or something.
Yeah.
Christopher, your name's Christopher. Yeah,
yeah.
And it's quite. Was it like 3 minutes long or something? Was it?
It's 2 and a bit, I think. Yeah,
Which
so
is
it's
like
3 minutes.
like that's like kind of unheard of now. Like
It's
do you know what I
tiny.
mean?
It's a tiny amount of time, but online it's
Yeah.
massive,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like,
yeah, 100%. And I'm
You
sure it
do-
probably could have been longer, but you just like
Yeah, yeah.
they just have
Do
to
get
cut
the
out scenes
sequel
and
on
stuff.
TikTok?
yeah. We've done a second one.
sequel.
For,
Oh, did you?
It was
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Club
I'll
Orange,
try
though.
now.
Wasn't as good.
Yeah,
No.
But like,
because you were
Obviously,
limited.
'cause
Like,
you're limited, yeah.
it looked great.
Yeah, because in the
I was
first one
happy
he
with it,
says-
like,
I
I
think
was
it's
hap-
deadly. I
yeah.
think it's great.
I was happy with it. Yeah, I wasn't like saying Club Orange are deadly.
Yeah. I just don't think if it's an ad, people aren't as inclined to share it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
As if it
Oh,
was just an
100%.
organic.
yeah,
Unless
Okay.
there's something in it
Sketch.
for
I
them.
think
like,
it worked
Yeah,
well
yeah.
as an ad though, because it was literally just like
It was great,
the
yeah.
dark stuff.
Yeah, I loved it.
Right, Joe, the dark
oh yeah,
stuff.
how did you just film the sewer scene? You know, where like you pretend you're in the sewer.
We had to go to Canada.
to Nova
It was
Scotia.
cheaper to
There was
film
storm.
there.
There's no storm drains in Ireland, so we just went to Canada.
Few
Imagine-
sewers,
imagine
few
if done
showers.
We had to go to Canada.
We like it's weird
Yeah,
how we
Stella
done
line.
it. Yeah, it's just straight over like 17 hours. More than a bit, a lot more than that.
70.
Yeah,
hours.
17 hours.
What are you going over here for? Just to film in a sewer?
It's just one scene. Like we're going to get the reverse in Dublin.
And now you're like mad about storm drains. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
that reminds
because
me
we
of that time.
googled storm drains for ages and we're asking around. Like I
We're
was
actually
anyway.
going to get in one.
Like if it was possible and there was one over here, I would have, because obviously
just
there's
have
access
showers.
in there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But there's not one that I know of
So
over
he's
here.
had to
There's
fake
them
it,
slats,
just
you know that you drop your fucking coins down.
Yeah.
But there's no
the
storm
showers, yeah.
drains.
How we done it was we just like got a sitting room and we blacked it out, put like blackout curtains and stuff like that, and just lit it. So
Did
it
you
looked
rent
like
a
there
sitting
was like they had a board. No, it was actually who owned it? Your
My
Who
board's parents' apartments
Yeah.
that was on the roads that we filmed on.
We had this board though that the light was shining on, and it reflected onto me, so it looked like the kind of the sun
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
coming in, and the whole background is black.
It's amazing what you can do with just lights, isn't it?
That's the lads like who.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jared that he's work with, like he's really, really good at like that the whole filmography and stuff like that. Like some of the way he grades it and everything like that. It's like a fucking Hollywood movie. Like it's
I know.
brilliant.
It's
It's,
unreal. Like he's
Oh yeah, it looks
Next
deadly.
level.
Looks deadly.
Yeah, that's why I was when you obviously you're that filming Free Gaff now. How's that going? How did the fourth season go? So that wasn't called Free Gaff, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Oh, was
yeah.
it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
the second season was just called Free Gaff.
Yeah, no.
no season 2. Something in me bleeding eye.
And how just go
You
about?
crying?
It's just so emotional being here. You know? It's just that full circle
He
thing
misses
going on.
Canada. We don't know what I'm talking about it.
Take a Puritan and shut up.
Sorry,
They're
Jordan.
not Puritan.
Whatever.
There's meant to be
that?
these new
What's that?
That's just a
Hazy
posh way of
tablets.
saying it.
Oh, okay.
There's meant to be these new ones out. I forget what they're called. but
Telfast, they're
yeah,
so fucking good. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I have real bad hay fever, like real bad.
Zimmos.
Zimmos.
My man
Yellows.
died from them.
Um,
Anyways,
Where were we?
He's not messing.
I'm not
Oh
messing,
really? Oh
swear.
jeez, sorry.
What?
Oh no, he just fucking.
She
What
gets
did
an
he say?
honourable
Maybe he
mention.
gets a man-
He
his-
said
his ma.
Zimmos, and I'm like
His
my
ma
man
gets
died.
a mention every
Okay.
podcast.
Your ma?
Yeah, damn.
Ask him how tall his ma is.
How tall is your ma?
6 feet under.
Oh my god.
Yeah, close your
Oh
eyes.
my god.
Close your eyes. That's what my man says.
It's
Um,
terrible there.
How
So
long?
yeah.
How long she gone?
8 years this Christmas.
Okay.
God rest that soul.
Christmas
Rest in
Day.
peace.
Christmas Day she
Oh
died.
my
Oh my
God.
god.
Must be a long queue for
Oh,
snow.
did you not?
Don't
Two
be
weeks
messing.
before. 2 weeks before.
It's gonna turn into a
Christmas
different podcast.
Just put me tray up and the cunt went and croaked her.
Oh my god.
Anyways, free gaff.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
was we got? Where'd the
about
name
that.
My
come
ma
from?
does.
What's the purpose of the name? Like,
Well, the fourth season we were all in the house, so it was like free gaff, but also it's like a double entendre for free gaff. Gaff is like a joke, so it's like a free joke.
What?
Oh.
And it was like a party. So at the end of the season, we were all supposed to, like throughout the season, we're gonna say, come to the free gaff, like, because we just
Mm.
We
moved
just
into
forgot
this.
then, didn't we?
Then we never done it. Yeah,
We just
'cause we never
forgot that we had to
into
put
the
that in.
So
and
what is the show about? A free gaff?
It's
Mad.
sketch
It's
show.
madness.
Yeah.
is there a
That's-
running theme through it? Like,
the
is there
fourth
an
season-
arc or anything, or is it just
The
random
fourth
sketches?
season is just random. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
There's no story arc, but the second season, it's you could put it together as a film.
Yeah,
How
it
did you
doesn't
go
matter.
Hopefully,
about pitching
hopefully.
it and stuff? Like, did you just come up with the idea and be like, right, who do we go to about
RTE
this?
got onto me, yeah.
Really, yeah?
And
Not
he lets us know that
Me.
all the time.
I do be messing though. Now when things are getting heated and when we're recording, I'll be
You've
like,
been
yeah,
nothing
shut
without
up.
me.
RTE got onto me, yeah. Didn't get onto you.
They're like, Darren, will you stop laughing? We're on a strict time. We need to get this done. RTE got on to me, alright? Don't tell me
Well,
what to
listen
do.
to me out though. It's funny, like, but the second season is like there's a good story to it.
Yeah. So we get, in the first episode, we get kicked out of the house, and then the whole season is about us trying to find a new accommodation.
Yeah.
And it's just like based on like, finding that.
And sure, then you're in it.
Yeah, I
You're
was,
in part
most
of it.
There I was.
Yeah.
Am I most of it? It's only one sketch, isn't it?
You're in a full
That's an
episode.
episode.
Yeah, full up. How long is each episode? It's 20 minutes, is it?
12
Oh,
minutes.
already? Oh,
8
sure.
episodes. So,
Do you have any ads?
yeah.
Oh, just get ads. Like, just
There'll
get,
be ads before it, like
but do you
4
get
ads.
any of the revenue from the ads, or do you already just take that and pump it back into like programs?
So I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and what's the dream to get onto to RT? Like, is it the actual TV station?
That's what we like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to, it'd be good, but I want to be in a film, man.
Do you?
But
I
those
started
good
out wanting to be
comedy-
do acting, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Do you
I
actually
said,
want to do like legitimate acting,
yeah.
like not even
Still.
comedy, like actual?
Well, I'd like to do comedy acting, but I'd like a
Yeah.
serious role
Comedy
just to
acting's
test it.
so hard though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's a
the timing.
it's a real
Yeah.
niche thing, isn't it?
Has
Like,
to be
to
a
be
good
really
script,
good at it,
innit?
like
I don't
I'm
think
saying you wouldn't be.
there's enough like comedy programs in Ireland. Like, I know Derry Girls, well, that's over now, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, that was just while it was actually taking off and like doing really, really well. Like, they just
Yeah.
decided to end it.
Even like years ago,
Probably
like
better
Damo and
that way.
Ivor and all,
Yeah.
they were deadly back in the day, like when it was good. Like
Damo
even-
and Ivor.
yeah,
Alright.
and they were.
Ah, now they're your
That's
friends.
where
Oh, sorry.
Kicking
he'd pull
tables.
it, I tell you,
That's
it's
the
that
third time I said sorry.
It's
That Savage Eye, naked camera.
Oh, Savage Eye, Naked
Yeah.
Camera,
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
classics.
Brilliant, yeah.
I think it's hard to come across. Like, I had a concept myself about like something like comedy, but I don't know whether I'd rather go to a UK platform with it and see like to try take off in the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Tell us.
No, because someone's gonna rob it.
I'd be always fearful of that,
Who's
telling
able
people
bear
my
the salt?
secrets
I
on the
know,
podcast.
it's
No,
true.
if you don't have the energy to go and do what you want to do, like nobody else is gonna say that's a great idea, and they're gonna run with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never know, like.
It's not America. It's not like
Sometimes
anyone.
I feel
it
like
takes a lot of effort to get these
I'll
things
tell you
made.
it now and record it and put the date on it, so that way if you go and rob the idea, I'd be like, well, I came up with it first. So
I can tell
This
you
will
now,
be the
we
record.
won't
This will
rob
be
you
the
our idea.
record. That if you say it now, this will be your evidence.
You're at the
You're
patent.
on
Oh,
handed
This is you
camera.
patenting it.
is that the patent in it?
Yeah, the
right,
patenting it.
okay, so this is me patting it. I want to do a sitcom, right, about so I'm just going to use this for reference. You know Scrubs, the TV show Scrubs, but I
Yeah.
want to do about like an Irish A&E.
Yeah.
So like the waiting area in an A&E, like look, I'm pretending to type on his phone, put that voice record on. So like I actually train this client in the gym, and she's a nurse. She works as a triage nurse, and the story she actually tells me, like, I'd be rolling around, like, you know, like people like banging down the door while someone's like fucking getting their arm bleed put back on. I want Solfidine, I need Solfidine, I'm in bits out here, like, but just like imagine like, you know, really
Just
like
the
good
drama,
comedy
like,
actors in
yeah.
Ireland, like just pretending to be nurses and doctors and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or, like, it's just such a good environment, like, because you
It
can
is,
just
yeah.
have so many different stories coming in every
Yeah,
day.
That's
every
good,
type
yeah.
of person, like
Yeah.
she's dead.
Yeah, yeah.
You could play that.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's not, she only slipped. But yeah, like, but I just think there just could be so many, like Scrubs is a reference, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the only comedy show I can think of around like a hospital,
Like the Rotunda program,
yeah,
but funny.
but funny.
Funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually really enjoyed that. I did.
Actually, sorry, you're only 3 centimeters. You have to go home.
I was
baby
forced
coming
to
out
watch
of
all that. No,
Did you actually tell you to go
What?
home?
I was
I
forced to
know,
watch
I
it
know.
all.
That's
I have two
mad.
kids.
Amy
Oh,
would
did you?
watch it
Yeah.
every
Oh, good
night,
night.
like every time it was on.
Really? Did it not freak you out as a man, right? And it freaked me out, and I haven't even had a child yet. To just see like the poor girl sitting there in labour, right, and all you can hear in the background is women like screaming,
Yeah.
like I mean screaming, like that being burnt alive, like
And then some people
And then
fart
they
them out.
are like.
fart.
They
Ah,
do,
brother,
I
they
know,
do. Some
I
people
know.
just go, I'm only in labour right now. And they're like,
Sometimes
out you go.
No.
does that happen? Like when women have babies, they have a pill.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they don't let you know. But it's real
Yeah.
discreet.
You
You
can't
just
feel
take it
that,
away.
like-
I'd like to know though if I done a
I
poo.
know
No,
someone
imagine
who-
someone
I
tells
know
It just
some-
comes out.
Did I do a poo there?
They don't
I
tell
can
you.
smell
They
it.
never, they never
My
tell
hand
you.
are shining.
I might
Will
not
it
be able
just
to
tell me,
feel it, but
look?
I
You
can
have
smell
it.
it.
You have it like a bedpan under you, and anyway, I think when you're pushing, then you just.
Yeah,
My
There's a
friend
lot of
was
shit.
a
There's a
shrew
lot
under
of
the
stuff.
bed.
There's a lot of stuff coming out down there. There's a human being squeezed
Yeah.
out. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be worried about.
I know a
little bit
girl
of
and
shite.
I know a girl and her fella has like a weird thing with smells. Like he can't stand like body odor or anything like that. And
Oh,
when
love it.
she was giving birth, he was like, "Oh, the smell." And he got up and
That's terrible.
fucked out.
As if the girl didn't feel insecure.
I know,
enough,
yeah.
everything
And he
on
got
the
Legs
up
up
shot.
on
and fucked out. He was
stirrups.
like, she's there pushing the child out, and he goes, "Oh, the smell."
Oh my God.
I
That's
live
bad.
in a granny flat, right, and it's that small. When one of us has a shit, we have to leave the window open for a week. Like, I swear to God, like, it's fucking dire.
Let's stop talking about poo.
No,
Yeah.
speaking
That
of
gets
poo,
an
we're
honourable
talking about
mention.
poo bye.
Yeah, poo
Fucking,
boy,
what
that's
do you
they
think
call
about
it.
that, lads?
What's that?
So,
It's called
influencers.
porta potty, isn't it?
Well, whatever. There's a
Poo
video
boy.
going around on Twitter of a girl, an influencer, getting shit on, and she's getting
Ew,
like.
There's a video?
Don't know who she is, but she's getting shit on
She
for like
Irish?
35 grand.
Is that an actual video? I didn't see
Go
the video.
Bob.
of it.
I have
35
I'll
grand
show
for
you.
the
Oh,
shite?
don't
Bob.
show me.
35 grand, and but I'm not messing. He had a dirty Indian or something before that because it's
Ah.
absolute scutter. And
Fucking
but
hell.
there's a thing going around that they're like all doing it. So they're like over in Dubai and letting all these like they're rich like princes and like high up all
Yeah.
and Arab men, and they're just having their way with them. And then there's I've heard
doing
it.
the poo.
I've heard it. There's a girl.
Having sex with, like, dogs
Yeah,
and
there's
all,
a
like,
girl
Oh,
that
no.
is selling our little brother's virginity.
Oh
What?
my God.
Yeah, our little brother's virginity. He's only 12 years old, and she has his virginity up for sale. And like a
Are they
prince.
Arabian? Like, are they?
Yeah, a prince in Dubai is like looking to buy it. Like, isn't that mad? Yeah, it's all on the dark
Looking,
web and all.
the prince is looking to buy the little boy.
His virginity, yeah.
Well, can someone not intervene there and stop that before? Is it
I
They
don't
mad
know.
laws.
It's,
But gambling is illegal over there. Like, there's no casino.
you can't walk around with a fucking bra top on, but yet you can fucking buy.
But no, they're building
poo on
the
the boys for-
casino's is in the process of being built over there now. Like, so it's changing. Like, and they made like a married couple, a non-married couple, can kiss in public now for the first
Yeah.
time ever.
Can?
Like, yeah, the last I think that's like in law now. The past 6
What happens
weeks.
if you go on holidays there? Do you have to go by their rules?
Yeah, so I was over there in January. Now I have to say, like, if you it feels like the safest city in the world, like at night and all, when you come out of your hotel, where I was, it was kind of a bit away from the strip, but like you wouldn't see like a piece of dirt on the ground. You wouldn't see like anyone out on
yeah,
the
but
street.
that's
Like,
deceiving as fuck. It's not. It's so
You wouldn't see an
underground.
actual-
Like
Oh, it
it's
is
all.
very underground,
It's all
yeah.
underground.
Closed
Yeah,
doors, like.
100%.
but
Like
like, you
there's
see,
a.
like if there was a cafe in Ireland, like because what we got there really late, like it was like 1 in the morning, and we were taking a walk around like where our hotel was based. And it was like, oh, like patio furniture outside the restaurants and all. I'm just like, you would never be able to do that in Dublin, leave stuff. It would be at the end of the liffey, like,
Yeah.
do you know
Didn't
what I
leave your
mean?
hall door open.
Can't even leave your hall door open.
Like the coppers' cars are like Ferraris and all empty.
Yeah.
Like the tax money fucking hell.
Yeah, it's definitely.
There is no tax money. That's
No,
the
you don't
thing,
get
isn't it?
taxed.
There's no tax over
Ah.
there.
I think they're
It's
meant
like
to be
free.
bringing it in now. They're like, right, we need to find a way, like, because even expats, people who move over there, like that's a big reason why people move over there, because they're not getting taxed.
Yeah, because the money is so good, isn't it?
Yeah, you go over there to be a teacher and all,
Yeah.
like, they put you up and everything, like it's.
Yeah. But the princes and the kings and stuff, they own the land. and
Yeah,
the
they're all
land
like
is so
oil
rich with
tycoons,
oil,
aren't they?
like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They all own football
they-
clubs.
But then
and
there's a
everything.
big, there's
Yeah.
a big underground, like we were saying. It's like big pedo rings. There's like mad fucking like. There's a big gay underground scene. Like it's wild, all the shit that happens behind the closed doors, because it has to be like.
But would you put a price tag on being shit on? Like, how much would you
Good
charge to
segue.
be shit on?
25 grand is good money.
No, I don't
25
care.
grand.
Like shit, I'm sorry, I'm not into it.
Just
Just
have a
wash
little
it
shower
off.
after.
Wash it
Yeah.
off.
I mean, what's 5 minutes
Big
of being
German
shit on?
cheese are on your chest.
I wouldn't like to be your mate anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
The smell of that.
Smell.
She's gone.
Yeah, shut up, you're getting 25k. But
It's good
Would you
money
have
now.
a price? Where would you draw the line?
Oh, I'd be expensive for shit, not me. I
60,
must-
Yeah.
60k.
Yeah, it's about 60, yeah,
Sell out.
push.
no, I have to be. I think get me a Beamer and
Yeah.
I'll talk.
Do you know what?
A
I
once
wouldn't-
I
off.
wouldn't. A
A
Birkin,
wouldn't do it.
A
I
Birkin
wouldn't-
bag is
You're
an investment.
genuinely considering
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You're like,
A
I
Birkin-
wouldn't. If I
Yeah,
had no
yeah.
money in the world, I
No.
wouldn't. Realistically, no, I wouldn't.
No.
would you not?
Bodily.
No,
If
no,
no one would
chance.
ever know about it.
Yeah, no
You're
one ever
saying
knows
it now,
that.
you're
No,
saying
because then you have to
If
live
these
with
said,
yourself
alright, you
forever
cut
knowing
this
that you
here now.
did that.
There's another
It doesn't have to be
prince-
cut. Don't worry about being
There's
cut.
another prince waiting outside there, man. Here's 35 grand. I'll revolute it to you.
You'll have it
All
in
you have to
Ripped
do
over.
is let him shit on your chest.
tax free.
And it's only on
No,
your
but
chest
it's not
as
just
well.
shitting on your
Yeah.
chest. She's eating it.
Ah,
That's
no.
a choice.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Yeah, she's eating.
Do you remember
want to
that
see
video?
it?
Two girls.
No, I
with-
don't
What-
want. I don't
what
want
was
to see
that?
it. I don't need to see that.
We don't need to see it, and we
We-
never will.
Our
want to see it.
imagination can tell us.
It's in a part,
Kim
but
put
you-
porn on
Do you
his
want to see
phone.
it?
Yeah.
Is that
Shut up! You're an adulterer. She's me icon.
But like, Do you remember that video that was going around years ago? Was it 2 girls, 1 cup or
Yeah, disgusting.
something? And it just used to pop up on every video. Like, oh, it was
Yeah, fucking go on to like
disgusting.
movies.ie and a fucking big 2 girls, 1 pup.
One pup.
2 girls, 1
Yeah.
cup.
I didn't
That's
see that
different.
one.
That's a different video.
Yeah,
What category?
a
are
Labrador
you
puppy.
searching?
They were
Blippy, did you
they
see-
were horrific.
You know Blippy, the child's entertainer, didn't he do something nasty?
He shit on his
Is that the
friend's
big pink
chest
fella
for
with the
a
freckles?
nomination
Yeah.
thing.
Or what?
With the kids entertainer.
Like
he
a
got-
ALS
It was like,
watch.
like
he
a
shit on his
nomination
face.
thing or something that was going around on the dark web or something,
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah. Nasty.
Did you ever
man.
go on the dark web?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Isn't
I wouldn't
that
I
like
wouldn't
a
have helped it.
something?
I
I
can
didn't-
barely go on
You
Google.
got to
Google
get
it.
firewalls
Nasty.
and break it down. It's mad. It's like the things you can Google, like, or
Yeah.
Is that how you join the Illuminati when you get on?
Mm.
Can you just sign up to it?
like
as soon as you
organs and
download
all
it.
are for sale. Like you can buy like
I
heads.
heard about that.
Yeah.
Is
There's
that
a
that
Netflix
stuff where you have to be
documentary
like
on
a member of a certain like
No,
You have to be a
website or
Freemason.
you
something?
just have to know how to like
Freemason.
not get caught with it, like break get it like passwords to firewalls and all, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you have to download,
He knows
Google
this is-
Chrome.
Expert.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll inform you, yeah. And instead of Google Chrome, it's just a different web browser.
Yeah.
Search
called
engine, like,
Tor,
yeah.
That's all.
and-
But
but
the
not to get
search
caught by
engine
the.
is shocking. It's so bad.
You have to buy the.
So you need to know. You need to really like. It's not www.buyguns.com.
ZXW.
It's
or
a
something.
big. It's a big.
Yeah, a code,
50
like
Like a
codes.
URL, like proper long one. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to
yeah.
know the code though. But then like
Yeah.
they have Amazon, like you know the way we have eBay and Amazon, but just things you can buy on there.
Mm.
eBay and Amazon's like you can buy like a chopped off leg if you wanted it or whatever.
For
Like.
what?
I can buy
knows
drugs. Like
why.
people go on. And that's the
Amputated
point,
leg,
like,
add to
LSD.
cart.
Like, can you buy stuff? Like,
yeah,
really-
you want to see the
I
way
feel like
the kids nowadays are like fucking deadly with it. Like they have like pay by Revolut. Like you can get it through Telegram. Like they have a lot of
Yeah.
WhatsApp chats. Like they have coded like
Telegram, is that?
Telegram is an app like
WhatsApp.
it's like WhatsApp, but like they have
sticking out on a pigeon's
coded
leg
only lasts for 24 hours and you can buy like whatever you want. It's mad. Like I'm like the kids nowadays are pure with it.
on
what-
the Snapchat. and
Yeah,
everything.
literally like.
The way they have Tinder and all, imagine communicating with a fucking fella there saying, attaching a note to a pigeon's leg.
There you go.
Here,
Will
head
you
big.
meet me?
Right, so we're going to move on to our top 10 now. This is a segment that I do every week. So it's just like a random top 10 lists. Play that music, Ryan. You'll hear it in post.
No,
And
actually,
fucking plays,
what
eh?
what's the sound? Can
Yeah.
you play it for us?
it's top 10 within.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
top 10 things that make you unofficially Irish. Alright, so official is like, you know, having a fucking birth cert or whatever. So,
A passport.
yeah, an
Being
Irish
born.
Green
passport.
cards.
Number 1, thanking the bus driver. So, I don't know what
Thank you, driver.
They have a new ad campaign now where it's called like they're hiring like bus drivers, Dublin bus drivers, and it's called Get Tanked for a Living. I just
They
think
robbed
that's
that
gas.
off
Got that
us.
from us.
Did you?
We
We
done a
done
sketch
a-
on it last year.
Some
Dirty
free gaff.
robbing bastards.
So, see you Dublin bus.
Because I seen it on your story you're going back about a month or two ago, and I thought it was hilarious. But you actually made that up, like.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Well,
the
no,
sketch-
I mean,
Just
like,
put
it's a
two
thing,
words
like-
together, like yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's an ongoing thing whether you thank the bus driver or not.
Mm.
But,
Yeah.
like, I don't think they robbed that on us.
So the sketch is me not thanking the bus driver because I don't thank the bus driver.
No.
I think it's a fucking weird thing that we do.
Yeah.
And then he's the bus driver and he's like, yeah, you didn't fucking say thank you. I was like, well, why the fuck would I say thank you? Like, I think it's
You're supposed to
ridiculous.
thank the bus
I
driver.
paid you.
bro.
That's me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Um,
Fucking
Sure, look,
it is weird, and
everything's remade. You can, you know.
you know, like all the Spanish students come over here like during the summer, and there's just
Yeah.
fucking herds of them in town.
The
I
yellow
remember
bags.
when Wi-Fi became a thing on Dublin bus, and one of the students went up to the bus driver and was like, "Excuse me, I cannot connect. Can you connect the Wi-Fi for me?" He's like, "Yeah, no problem, Paddy. Just take the wheel here, and I'll sort out your Wi-Fi for you." Like, they're just real sarcastic. Like,
Yeah.
number 2, flashing the hazard lights as a sign of gratitude.
Oh, I've done
You only
that on the
done
way
that,
up
yeah.
here. That was going to say
I have
that
to
as
say
one of them.
thanks, like if the
Yeah.
I remember in my driving test, he pointed to the hazard button and he goes, "What's that for?" And I goes, "There, me thank you lights." And he was like, "Failed. Back to the test centre."
or like I'm a real backseat driver when someone doesn't say thanks. I'm like the cheeky out.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, he's after letting you go. Say thanks.
Do you drive?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
People mad. I drive people mad.
But
I
do you
get
know how
him-
to drive?
No,
Really? Yeah.
just public transport's handy, isn't it?
Well, you
Do you
live-
not know how to drive at all? Like no.
Well, sort of in a car park about 3 meters.
I
It's
know
good
how
on the
to rev.
bumpers.
He's good on the rev.
It is a life skill though, especially like I had to get a car because my manager used to have to bring me to shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you feel you're in a position where you don't need it,
He
like,
just brings me to
I'm
show.
a show for.
yeah,
Yeah, she's my shop.
Well, give him good money.
do
Put
you?
a tenner in his card
Do you just
every
turn
month.
around and be like, "Yeah, RT contacted me."
There you go.
They asked
Go,
me.
I'll
Set for life
Going
now.
to Clondalkin there to do the podcast with Enya. I'm like, alright, yeah, gives the lift, yeah. And he's like, no, I'm going straight over. They got on to me.
Okay.
Throwing communion parties, even though you're not religious, like I just don't get that.
Yeah.
I just feel like a hypocrite if I was to throw a communion party and I wasn't religious. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
Everyone
it's just,
does that.
The culture of it. It's just a cultural thing, no?
But
Yeah,
like
but
I
no
think
one cares
Sorry.
about the religion aspect of it. Like, maybe
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think
that's-
there is
all
any
about the
religious
party,
aspect.
like-
Apart from the church part, the
Yeah.
party is just a piss up.
yeah.
Few
Yeah.
bob.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse for the fucking
Yeah.
parents to get out of it. Like,
My
What
friend
about
isn't
christening?
giving. Yeah, same thing.
I don't know. I think a lot of people only got their kids christened like in the last like decade or so because of, well, probably about 20 years because it was a necessity like to get into a primary school. I know the primary school I went to, you had to be christened to get into it.
Or so back when you were younger, if you didn't get christened, it was like you were gonna get sick or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
or you
It's a
were gonna go to
superstition, like.
hell or something like that. Yeah, I got christened at a month old.
I never got christened.
I remember it well.
That's very young.
I never got christened.
Did you
He's
not?
going to hell.
No, yes, I did.
My sister's with an English fella and he never, like, he's Protestant obviously, so like he didn't have no communion, Christmas, nothing. And I was like, what? When I heard that, I was like, you never made your communion or nothing?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, no.
Bless yourself down.
Yeah, I
5
was
times.
like, you're going to hell.
I think
For
it's a
being in
tricky
his
one
presence.
because if I had a child in primary school, like just because I would feel like a hypocrite, but then you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. You're like, right, do I want my child to feel left out?
That's
And
my
then-
friend isn't gonna get a young one. It would be our communion next year, but she's not gonna do it. She's just gonna have the party.
What about funerals then?
I know my dad wants a humanist funeral, like
Yeah.
so you know the way people get married in hotels and stuff like that. I think he wants that, but
That's same me.
I don't know, like
He wants to
yeah,
get buried in a hotel.
he's buried in a hotel, yeah, an Indian burial
Yeah.
ground,
In
and
the
then
red
the
cow.
I
hotel.
was in
In
a
the
suit
garden.
shop the other day, right? And I was getting a suit. And the fella that works there was saying, I was like, are you here long? Like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, it's been passed down through generations. And I was like, he's like, my mum passed away there about 8 years ago. I was like, no way. And he just moved the suit jackets across like that. I went, there she is there.
That's something I do.
Our ashes
Oh,
in,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the suit shop, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking
Oh,
over
that's a
you,
bit grim now.
watching your bulge.
Oh yeah,
I just brought that up because I thought the funerals made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
My-
we talk about funerals every podcast, so
Yeah.
it's grand.
yeah.
Irish people love talking about death.
I just don't
And
see
they love
the-
a good. Do you see people getting DJs for their after parties
Yeah,
now? At
dead
funerals?
right.
What the fuck? R.I.P. Auntie Mary.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I just don't get like.
this
Why-
one I'm about to play is for the lady in the clay. Like,
I'm living in a box.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm living in a-
This
Get
show's stand-up
roasted
routine,
alive.
isn't it?
yeah.
But like, I don't get it. Like, why would you want a funeral? Like, when you go into a church and read a fucking book of stories, that's not nothing
You
got to
just
do
want
with you.
a
It's
fucking
boring.
soup
Like,
and
yeah.
sandwiches, like, give us a few sandwiches.
I only look for when I only go to a church at a funeral at the end when they talk about the person. That's the only time I enjoy
Yeah.
it. Like, I want my funeral to just be like a big montage of me and everyone just talking about me
Yeah.
all the time.
Is
I
that not
want
what it
everyone
is?
getting
No.
handed real runny mascara and stopping crying.
If nobody cries, ask them why. Why
Yeah,
aren't you crying?
I'd be standing beside them and going.
There's people
Cry.
that you can hire to. They're called criers. There's
I
people
saw
that you
that,
can hire
yeah.
to cry at your
Yeah,
funeral.
and then the more
Yeah.
you pay them,
You
like
get them on the dark web.
$30 for a sob, $50 for a hell. Do you know what I mean? So like, if you pay them $100, like, why?
It's like a Patreon. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking
Or like,
slapping the ground. What?
Pay me 200 and I'll jump in the grave. Like,
Yeah. Did you see that video? Oh, it's like this, like the traveller side of TikTok or something.
yeah.
But it's like someone like it's a traveller's funeral. Like
You have a box in the
and
thing,
they,
he's
they
talking.
roll over
No.
the coffin.
She lied on the coffin. She was that sad. She jumped on the coffin, but it was slippy because it was
going
roundy.
down
She
into the
fell
ground,
off.
like,
And then our son just goes, somebody get her up.
Jesus.
oh, I was like, I'd love to get it, but it's just like so bizarre. But
They have some money for that. The funerals, like, I'd say they have a plan from day one because the graves are like
The graves in
monuments,
estates,
like
in
literally
estates.
big giant boxing gloves. Like,
I know.
it's
come
like they're
on,
burying fucking Hercules. Like,
Yeah, like fucking Tutankhamun going
Yeah,
down the
literally.
big grave.
monuments. Like,
right, Jesus, top 10. That went off on a fucking tangent. Number 4, bringing your own tea bags to a hotel or on
No,
holidays.
never done
I don't drink
Mine.
tea.
neither do I.
Either do
Yeah.
I.
And
but
people get so
Never.
shocked when someone want to
weird,
come to
innit?
him like,
Yeah,
no,
we
I
always
don't
get
drink
that.
tea. Sorry, I was like, what?
I get that
I'm
all
more
the
of a
time.
coffee drinker now. Like, I
Have a
can't
coffee, yeah.
I think. Do you think it's an older generation, the tea thing now?
I love a cup of tea.
No,
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
over
not-
the
I'm
older
not drinking a
generation,
cup of
yeah.
tea. I'm just a weirdo. Like, people like when no, like say in my family when I'm making a cup of tea, they don't offer me a cup of tea because I don't drink it. So when we've new people in the house, they be like, "Why aren't you having a cup of tea?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't drink it." Why? Because I
'Cause
don't
I
drink
don't
it. I don't
fucking
like
want
it.
it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't like
It's
it.
fucking
Go
gorgeous. It doesn't
defend
make
yourself.
sense. Like, it's like, do
It's
you
not
want some
fucking
chocolate?
sense.
No,
No.
like it's just not for me. I'd rather like.
It's like, do you know what? It's
Are you a
nice.
cold
It's-
person? Like
No.
you do like cold drinks?
Cold.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
like you like ice things and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'd be like that, but I like a hot coffee.
Yeah.
That's the only hot drink.
in the winter.
Yeah.
Hot.
Most coffee's hot, alright, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying he has the iced one.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
He
know,
likes-
it's
he
kind of
likes-
one in the
disgusting.
summer night.
I think
No,
cold
iced
I
coffee
think
is
it's an acquired
disgusting.
taste
Oh,
though. If it's,
Jesus
if it's
Christ.
really,
I don't make an iced coffee at home.
if it's
Yeah,
lukewarm,
shake
it's not
it.
nice.
You're
It
like
has
the
to be
Scottish
ice
man.
cold.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. I don't know what that was.
I was like, you had
You came out
Tourette's.
of nowhere.
Disgusting.
It's like that. It's disgusting.
We were past that point and you just came back in with disgusting.
We're listening to Cheryl Lloyd with Becky G.
Yeah. Which one of you had it shit? But yeah, bringing our own tea bags to the hotel. I was away last night with my man at a hotel and she brought her own Lions tea bags. And like,
They're just not the same.
the fella who was serving us, like, he wasn't Irish, like, and he couldn't understand what we were saying. Like, so we're just like, can we just get a warm pot of tea? And he was just like, yeah, I'd be bringing it out anyway. And she goes, no, I have my own tea bag, so just a warm pot of tea. And I
Hot
goes,
water?
she wants hot water in a pot. And he's like, oh, okay.
That's why she didn't bring the kettle.
I know, yeah.
I bring sausages with me on holidays.
People vacuum back
Cairns.
their
Yeah,
fries, and
yeah.
you're
Are they
right.
Cairns?
And
Yeah, right.
rashes and everything, yeah.
Is it Cairns?
Cairns or Allhausen, yeah.
Oh,
Either or.
Allhausen? What the fuck's that?
What about Denny's?
Nope.
Galty?
Allhausen, I'm telling you. Change your life, man.
Is that an actual butcher's, like, is it?
No, they're beside the Cairns is in the supermarket, the Allhausen.
And how long would you get out of them? Like,
Oh, yeah, lovely.
would you have to see if
How
you,
long
like,
would you get out of it?
well, like,
Can you
okay,
bring
What, a
the-
sausage?
Can you bring sausages away? Which I didn't
yeah,
know that.
vacuum packer.
They only stopped me once.
Fuck off, they stopped you.
No.
I feel like that's something that you see in the border
Border
patrol
patrol.
show.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get- he has a packet of all houses.
What's going on here, mate?
I'm not
You
messing.
can't bring them in here. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not messing. One time I'm a hair and makeup artist, so I was coming home from doing a wedding in Spain, and they have like, do you ever know that Malaga airport? Have you been there?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like top tier security. Like when you go through, they have a scanner and all. And I had like a 5-in-1 hair tool, like it clips on to different hair tools, but it clips onto the one thing. But it looks like sex
Semen?
toys. It looks
Oh,
like
sex
dildos. And I was like, they opened it all up and they saw the 5 black things. I was like, they were the pure going, what the fuck is that? And I was like, here, curl your hair, trying to tell them. They were like, what the fuck is that? I was like, I swear it's not a dildo.
Moonlights as a dildo, but
Put it on warm, it's good.
but no, Jesus Christ, call yourself.
Stingray.
The thing,
Jesus.
no, when I mean like how long do you get on, like, so like when you vacuum pack like your fry, like once you open that, like you have to cook them all at once.
Well, if
then,
you're staying in an apartment when you're away, just
I'll
throw
put
them
it-
in the fridge.
Oh.
Would it be that
Alright.
scaldy for a fry? You'd have to bring it with you, like.
You can't get a good fry in Spain, man.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
can.
think
You
some
saw
places
sometimes.
like export in like the proper meats, like. But
Yeah.
I went to
They stick
America.
a fucking pepperami on the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
Yeah.
salami or
this?
something.
They had a hot
Chorizo.
dog sausage on.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
my- I'm like, what the fuck?
Get that off me.
The
fucking
raw
plate,
headed
mate.
me just be snapping when you see full English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They'd be like,
Oh, they'd be like, give us back the counties now.
yeah.
But definitely give us black pudding.
I
The
know.
6 county breakfast.
I went to London there on the weekend and the fucking apartment was like Ginger Spice's apartment, just red and white and like British flags everywhere. I was like
Union
wanted
Jack.
to get fucking RA stickers and put them everywhere.
Ra
About your
stickers.
black-
Where can I get me Ra
Yeah.
stickers?
Yeah.
My granddad was in the RA.
What's he?
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Getting a bit wry here.
Yeah,
So,
oh, we love it. Chuck
That's your
your
history,
la.
and you. That's your history.
We want the United Ireland.
So speaking of fries,
I'm not fussy either or with it. See what happens. Go ahead.
Yeah.
speaking of fries, number 5 is anything on bread. Irish people just like anything on bread.
That's
Crisps,
true,
fries,
yeah.
noodles, stew.
Oh, I love a good noodle sambo.
What is
Curry
it?
noodles.
Potatoes. Who
Yeah.
says? Who?
Potato on bread.
Do you ever have fried potato?
Spell potatoes with
Do
a
you know
B.
curly
Yeah.
kale
I
when you
don't
get on
know.
Halloween,
Yeah,
and
that
then the
sounds
next
sick.
day you fry it
Yeah.
and put an egg on it and have a sambo.
Yeah.
No,
No, I didn't
sambo,
know
no.
Try it
Everything
with
up
the
to the
sambo.
sambo part. My outfit used to eat his curry, and then with the tray of curry sauce, he used to just get a
Yeah.
slice of buttered bread
Yeah.
and dip it into
Oh,
the curry
that
sauce.
sounds lovely
That's
now.
lovely.
Yeah.
A
Get
3-in-1
the
on
fuck,
bread.
that's
Just not try that.
Yeah, with the food is fine, but just dipping it into the curry
Yeah, it's
sauce
lovely.
is nasty.
Have you ever had meanies on bread?
No.
That
Lovely.
elite, so good.
Jesus, meanies. Fucking
Ham.
it's getting a bit odd here now.
Ham, cheese,
And meanies.
king, and brown sauce on a sandwich.
Oh, brown
I like mayo.
sauce.
Mayo.
Mm.
Nasty.
My favourite
Nasty stuff.
sambo is Christmas ham, salt and vinegar, and a bit of mayo and a bit of mustard.
Is
Unreal.
Christmas ham different to just
Yeah,
normal
because it's
ham,
like
summer
boiled.
ham?
It's just better,
It's
isn't
just
it?
that
It's
Christmas.
seasoned. It's seasoned.
Is it? Well,
Yeah,
It's like
'cause
we
I-
Christmas.
season it more with like
Season
You
For
fucking.
put a
Christmas.
Santa hat on it.
Sparkle.
Right, number 6, saying sorry for everything. Don't we do that? Oh, sorry dear, sorry.
Yeah, 'cause I
sorry,
feel like-
excuse me.
I feel like if you say excuse me, it's real rude. I'm like, excuse me, they'd be like, what? But if you just say, oh, sorry, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Trying to get someone's attention and apologising. Like you're trying to get someone's attention. You're saying,
Sorry,
sorry,
yeah.
I want to talk to you. Like,
Sorry.
pay
yeah,
attention
yeah,
to me
yeah.
for
Or
a
someone
second.
whacks off you, I say sorry.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Someone
I
hits
said
at
sorry
me, I'll
to
go,
a-
oh, sorry.
I said sorry to a door. You bump into it. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a door. Shit. I'm a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Or do you know what I hate when you hold a door open for someone and they don't say fucking thanks? That does my head in. And
Oh,
I feel like
that-
saying,
pull
you're
them back in
welcome.
The door,
Yeah,
close
back
it, you
in.
Phil. Hate that.
Reefing them back. Open your own door.
Bring them back, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Next, clapping when the plane lands.
I'd
Is
rather
that an
die.
Irish thing or do English?
don't
I'd
do
rather
that.
die than
Yeah.
do that. That
think
sounds
so.
I'd
embarrassing.
rather die.
That's just cringe.
That's a bit heavy
I'm
now.
a bit emo today. My
I'd
mom's
rather-
dead. But like, I just think that's mad cringe when someone's like, woo!
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, die.
But I think
We
it's a new
managed to
thing.
survive. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It was around the era of like 2008 to 2010 when people, working class
Specifically.
people like me, just kind of start going on holidays and they were impressed. Oh, he's at the flying a fucking plane.
Yeah.
Way!
Something that's been going on since the fucking 40s.
Then
Yeah.
you try selling a scratch card.
like it's like that clapping. We managed not to die. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm like,
And the
it's
little
like-
the little victory music that Ryanair playing out.
they don't
kind
do
of-
that a lot. I heard that once in the last few times I've been flying. But do you know, it's like 1 in a million to die in a plane crash, but it's like 1 in every 4,000 in a car.
to die on your way.
See,
to
Oh,
Yeah, so when
every
you when you
time-
get to where you're going in your car, you should clap now.
Every time I get on a
In the
plane,
taxi.
Yeah.
I think about death. Like,
So do I.
every single time, like, there's a chance I could die here. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when I get into a
flying
you
is
car,
can
I
walk
think
outside
that.
your door and bang. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I never think that getting into a car, but it's always a plane.
Every time there's not a plane crash, you're more likely to be in a plane crash since the last time there was a plane
It's
crash.
like playing the lotto.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
day you could
Final
win.
destination.
You're saying
had a
1
lot
in
to
a
do with that.
million. Like how many flights has there been without a plane crash? Probably due one.
yeah.
So think about that next time you get on
Hopefully
a
it's
plane.
in like fucking.
And you're
Oh.
having an existential crisis.
No,
of
my
never going on
friend's
holidays.
terrified of flying. Like, I love just saying like stuff like that when the plane's taking off. I'd say we're due a crash sometimes. Doing, or, yeah, we're definitely doing like.
If you're crashing, do you ever see a woman that stands up in the middle of the
Yeah.
aisle
I don't
and she
even
tells
look
you
at that.
if you're
I'd
gonna
be
crash,
afraid
like
to look at that.
tuck your head between your legs, like what the fuck is that
Exactly,
gonna
man,
do?
I can't reach down that far.
Yeah.
It's, I hear
It's
it's
so
supposed to
expensive.
protect your teeth so they can identify it through your dental records.
No
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's dark.
And do you know if someone
Brains
dies
for
beside?
impact.
Do you know if someone dies beside you on the plane? Like, now you're in your seat and you're flying, and someone dies beside you. Like,
Just
they
leave them
can't
there.
tell you that that person died. They just have to go, like, and
What,
they have
if
to
you
just
live?
Put, yeah, they have
Just
to
give
put
you the
like a
nod.
blanket. They can't put a blanket over his head.
You know you won't.
They have to put it up to so you just have to sit there and look at his
A
like
corpse.
dead head. Yeah, for the rest of the flight.
Sorry, you wouldn't just move this and go to the toilet.
Do you mean just in the
In
air?
general, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
like
thought
if
you
you
meant if
die.
there was a crash. What do you
No,
mean?
like if the
they
person
die,
beside you dies, like they
Mid-flight.
can't confirm. They just have to go
what is
per
it?
soul. Like,
Your man's
they
at the
put-
dozing off beside
Because
you.
they can't, yeah, they can't put panic on the plane, like, so they just have to put a blanket up to his chin, not over his head, like, so you have to sit there and look at
Well,
it.
ring
Might
him
be like,
out,
close his
it's
eyes straight away.
And your mouth automatically opens like when you die, so it's just like
You have to put it
catching
up.
flies.
I
My
used to
mouth
work in a
opens when
film
I
home.
sleep.
I did makeup on dead people.
Stop.
Did you swear? Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
It's very quiet.
That's horrible.
It's very quiet.
That's horrible.
It's actually not.
Actually,
Yeah, I swear. It's like the last nice thing you can do for someone.
I think you might be a bit of a psychopath. Eh?
Yeah,
I think there's a
100%.
streak
People
of
have
that.
gone to
100%.
asylums
Do you
for
ever
less.
see my man? Yeah,
Do
but
you?
it's like they're already ready, like they're dressed and all in the coffin, like ready to rock. You just have to do makeup on their face, neck, and hands, and then you take the towel off, and then they go get sent off to the house at the funeral home.
What if they wake up?
Do it.
You never know.
Because they're like glued together.
Stranger
and
things have happened.
There's all things like, you know, when you go and see someone like laid out in a coffin, like that's nothing compared to what has when they've been embalmed. Like all just like all shit, or like does it have eye caps on, mouth guards, their mouth is glued, they plugged and all, like nappies, the whole shebang.
Horrible.
Swear.
Okay, moving on
Jesus.
from that morbid
That's gonna happen to
subject.
all of us.
Yeah,
it's
but
crazy.
if you're lucky, if you're
you
lucky-
might get away with it.
If you're lucky, you might get fucking murdered and put in a bush somewhere.
Burned alive.
Oh.
So everyone's a cunt.
Thank you.
We're not allowed to say the C word on our podcast.
Are you not?
No,
So just say
Well,
see you
see,
next
this is the
Tuesday.
good thing is I have no sponsors. Could.
that's it. Like I wish
Is
we
that the
could.
only thing you can't say?
Everything, yeah. We can't even. We can say.
Can you say
fucking shit.
paedophile?
Yeah, we say fucking
Can say beautiful, yeah.
We'd probably avoid it though.
Yeah.
Can you say beautiful?
But do you think everyone's like a cunt? Like to every Irish person, he's a cunt. She's
In
a cunt.
like in a negative way, or you mad cunt ya?
No, like
Yeah.
I think in general, like negatively, positively.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any such
think
word
that's
as
tip.
positive
Or people
cunt.
say you shoot a cunt a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
a
that
cunt.
is. That's like positives. Like, he's a gas cunt. That fella.
Yeah.
Do you know that way?
I
And
think
it's
it's
not
just
like
you-
he's
Term of
saying-
endearment.
Yeah.
It's not as like, you know, when you go somewhere and they like you say cunt and they're like, but it's not. We just use it every day. It's
Yeah.
like gee-bag. I say gee-bag every day.
But can you
Americans
ima-
hate that word.
What,
Cunt.
geebag? Oh,
Cunt.
cunt, yeah.
But can you imagine
Yeah.
them like,
Because
you're a
it's-
gas cunt? What?
The way they
you just
say it,
wouldn't
it's
be
so
able to
quick.
understand.
It's just
Why do you say to me? We're
cunt.
We're
The
call me a
Australians be
mad
like us,
cunt?
they just say cunt like the way
Yeah.
in every second word. Like
There's a lot of cunts flying around here
Yeah.
on this podcast.
gas
Yeah.
cunt.
It's great.
Just one cunt in the room.
Cunt. Okay, this is number 9, right? I'm gonna see can you think of number 10, right? Being pregnant or on antibiotics isn't a valid excuse not to be drinking in Ireland. So you won't even show for 9 months or for 5 months. You'll be grand. Or like if someone says they're pregnant, yeah, but it's not like you're on antibiotics. You'd be grand. Get one into there.
I think the
it's true.
antibiotics is you can drink on antibiotics.
Some of them you can. I never
just get
finish a
extra
course
drunk.
with them.
Yeah.
I never
just
finish a
don't
course with them
gel
because
well.
I want to be able to drink like.
I think it's the first thing anyone says when they're prescribed. Am I allowed to drink on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is it like? It's just like, oh, I'm not drinking tonight. What? What's wrong with you? Like, it's very hard not to drink in this country, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
You could have a lot going on. Like you could be
Yeah.
like trying not to drink because you've been drinking too much. You know what I mean? You want to calm down.
yeah.
I'm off the gargle.
Are
I'm
ya?
off the gargle now about 8 or 9 weeks now.
Are you?
And,
Yeah.
but
2
yeah,
months,
but
yeah.
like you get questions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're out and
I'd
you're
say
like,
you
oh,
dread that conversation every time you go out, do you?
yeah, it's kind of like it'd be deadly if nobody acknowledged
I
it. I just
know.
kind
Yeah.
of went.
Just
Yeah.
left it alone. Like
Peer pressure is something
You have
terrible.
to
in this
explain
country.
Drinking a
yourself.
7-Up and somebody like, have a point.
Yeah,
Like.
what do you?
But I think 7-Up or like I would drink vodka and 7-Up on a night out, but like no one would know vodka was in it until I
Yeah.
told them.
Exactly.
Like, do you know
You
what I
should
mean?
just
So
say
you
I'd
it.
get a
just-
non-alcoholic drink and ask them to put it in a normal drink.
But my fear
Glass,
is
normal glass, like.
someone's going to think you're drinking and then they get a round of shots for everyone and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, what am I going to do?
just
This
say you
shoulder
have
on
it
my
down your stomach,
shoulder?
you can't do it.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah,
The amount of times I force you to do it, you're like, I
Yeah.
can't.
I know.
Or just that as well, like, you know, if you don't want to have that conversation, just bring the car with you or something. Say, I'm
Yeah.
driving or I'm on antibiotics.
Why are you
or-
driving?
Yeah.
Leave your car there.
We knew we were going to the fucking pub.
Yeah, I know. It's so. Oh, there's a
People
fucking
just
answer
can't
for
accept it and go, like, right, leave them alone. Like.
everything.
Yeah. Doesn't want to drink, like.
So, what do you think a thing that makes you illegitimately Irish or unofficial Irish? Something that sticks out to you is like.
Fucking,
It's a hard question, isn't it?
I don't know. Like,
You have to do a bit of research on that.
I just
you
think
don't
like
show
about
any
it,
affection to your ma or your parents or anything like that. That's probably not what you have written down.
I
But
definitely think,
feel like-
yeah, in
Well, I
this
certainly don't
country,
anymore.
I don't know whether that's a universal thing, but like men and their sons, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know, yeah. Well, I definitely think the older generation, I think the newer generation now, like, it's a little bit more like,
yeah,
I think it depends. Like,
acceptable.
it depends on the household. Like, you're not a real huggy person,
no.
but like, I was raised in a real huggy household. My nanny was a hard cunt. Like, my nanny weird me, but like,
yeah.
as hard as she was, like, we were raised with hugs and kisses. You know
Yeah,
what I
my
mean?
dad
wasn't
always hugged me
either.
and my ma did as well, like, and told me, I just don't think I'm an affectionate person. Like,
Yeah, it's not because you didn't get hugged as a child, like,
yeah.
because you did.
Just getting a bit deep.
Yeah, no, but like, literally, I'm not messing you. It's go to say
Were you
goodbye to
hugged as
her.
a child?
Yeah.
You go to say goodbye to her, like, and you turn your back to get something, and he's in a car driving around the corner. Like, literally, she's gone.
Yeah, but
Like,
good
Dad,
boys
like,
are hard.
alright.
Maybe that's something. Not being
Yeah.
able to say
Goodbye,
goodbye.
my
friend.
Yeah.
Alexa, play Spice Girls Goodbye.
Yeah. So, will we move on to...
Yeah,
What was the last thing? You didn't tell.
that was
That
it.
was you. So you
Was
thought of the
yours had to
10th
pick it
one,
up.
yeah? So the bye.
Oh, was
bye,
it?
bye, yeah.
Was
Oh,
it?
I
Okay,
thought
right.
9,
Yeah.
you think a
Just
10.
like that. I have would you rather questions. So the first one is, would you rather have more money or more time?
Oh.
Time.
Money. I'd do more with the time I had with more money than I would with
Mad
the
for
time
the
with no money.
mad for the money.
Yeah,
you can
that was a
use in
very
ULCA.
exceptionally there. It was a bit hard to
You
comprehend.
get more done with
What would
time
you do
though.
with more time though? If you have no money.
Go.
Just be bored.
It depends.
Get
Though,
more
like, it depends on the
takeaways
amount of
and
time you get.
Depends,
Like if
yeah.
you get, imagine you got extended. Like say you were gonna die at 52, you got extended to 20 more years. You know what I mean?
Ah, take that.
But
in a
what are you
heartbeat.
gonna do? You're fucking 60 and 70 with no money.
So what would you
Yeah,
not
but like you can probably make more money with the time you have.
Ah, but that's you left that
Yeah,
out of
sugar
the
daddy.
you left that out.
When
of
you're
the
60 and
fucking-
70.
Ah,
When you're 60 and 70, they're not gonna come looking for you to promote.
yeah, I
dating.
don't know if I really want to be like 90.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
fucking-
not gonna be making money at 60 or 70.
like if you got told you're gonna live to 100, like would you want to actually? Like,
Yeah, actually, I don't want someone wiping
But
me
are you
arse, like-
gonna frail out like where
yeah,
it's like chocolate?
yeah. My fear is like
Chocolate!
being
What are they selling?
chocolate. I always hate it. You sound like Matt Wazowski.
Same person.
Oh, alright. But like, I don't want to rot and like go into like my
I-
fear is just being like left in a nursing home.
I
to,
don't
like,
want the reverse effect where, like, you know, your ma's wiping your arse and then you grow up and then you have to wipe her arse down when she's
but
fucking 80. Like,
she did it for you, you did it for her.
I know, but like, I'm talking about, I don't want to be in the position where people are taking care of me, like, where like I have to like be
know.
brought to the toilet, be showered and all. Like, just put me
know.
down, like.
You won't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's a
Yeah,
very
I'd like
degrading
to-
thing. Like my friend works in that industry and it's like, ugh.
Yeah. I'd like to be out of it. I'd like to. I don't like.
Now
I'd
we're
like-
talking, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Let's go.
I'm what?
Mashed, bro.
Joe back on the drink tonight, man.
Mash, bro, change me nappy.
Yeah, you wouldn't know if you're shouting in your nappy. You wouldn't have a clue. It's
Shite
not
in the
like
bucket.
it's not like I'm not having a shite. It's very sorry about that. There,
Like when
you'd
you're
be
pregnant.
bleeding.
Did I shy? Because I can smell it. What's the next one?
Would you rather experience the world beginning or ending?
Ending?
Yeah, fuck that. Like, growing up
The
with the
beginning,
dinosaurs
like,
now.
yeah,
probably
but,
saw.
there was millions of years
Yeah, would
before
be
the
very
dinosaurs
saw.
came in. I'd like to
It's
see
very
it.
cold.
I'd like to see how it all came about.
The Big Bang.
At the start, like
Yeah.
I think
No
today,
internet though.
I think
they
the
just-
end is horrible because the end is like the world just explodes, isn't it? The sun, and then the world goes into darkness and an ice age happens. That's what's going to happen
Yeah.
to Earth.
Well,
I don't
Back
think
into another ice age?
Yeah, the sun is going to burn out.
Here, I'm just trying to make it to Friday.
Now, in millions, in like I think it's like another 100
Mm.
million years away, the sun is going to burn out and the world will just go into an ice cap and then it'll die out. Like,
We could sit here
I
talking about
think
the world all
you
day. I'll tell
definitely
you.
shouldn't be given the gift of time anyway because you've too much time to think. That's
yeah.
for
I just watch do you ever see them TikToks?
goes into a fucking
Yeah.
wormhole.
Oh, I
and
love
you
all
chill.
them.
I
That's
love that
deadly.
shit. I love space and all.
That's
that.
why
Yeah.
I always say the universe is infinite.
The
Tell me.
universe is infinite. And you with me, the universe is
But
infinite.
imagine getting to witness like how Earth
You wouldn't
began.
last.
Mm.
Oh, that
There's
that
no,
get
like-
loads of views on TikTok, that would.
Sketch.
Next one.
This is a funny one. Fight a chicken to death every time you get into a car, or fight an orangutan to death once a year, but you get to have a sword.
You'd have to go for the second one. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
like,
The
fight-
orangutan with a sword.
Yeah, one
We
quick.
haven't smoked
Would we
any
hate it?
No,
weeds.
we have a sword. Or the orangutan has a sword.
Whatever.
Well, if we have a sword, I
have a
think I'll
sword,
go for
alright.
that. Like,
Yeah.
just
So
go.
you just have.
Imagine having to fight a chicken every time we
Get
get
into the car.
I'm not
Put 'em
dealing
up,
with
like,
That'd
today.
just be a
fruit
lot of
at? What's that
hassle.
fruit at?
Not dealing with fighting
Smell it.
today.
Smell a chicken piss in
Where
his
you put
car.
it on
Oh,
Smell a
yeah,
chicken
yeah.
fruit slice or something. What's that?
Smell a cock piss.
Well, he's like, what's that? What? Are you?
The app that you cut the slices. Up the,
Oh, Fruit
Oh,
Ninja.
Yeah, Fruit Ninja.
Oh, that game's addictive.
yeah, cut up the
Yeah, but, like,
orangutan like fruit
I'd be
ninja.
Well,
Yeah,
just
you
snap a
swords.
chicken's
It's like
neck every time
Temple
you
Run.
want to go to the car. Hang on.
Remember Temple Run?
No.
Temple Run. I like
Temple
Oh,
that.
Temple Run.
Yeah.
I thought you said Temple
I
Ring.
was flat out on that. I was paying for it and everything.
Temple
Yeah.
Run, that was huge, that was, remember?
I was buying skins and all.
Really?
Skins.
Yeah. On
I
the,
think I'd go with the orangutan once a year. Yeah.
you'd have to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be worn out fighting a chicken every day, like.
Can he talk though? Is he like out of Planet of the Apes monkey? Like where he's like Caesar?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But
like,
then the orangutan population is dying, so like you're adding to it. So it's
You'd
a
be
hard
only out by
choice.
one.
and then
a year.
afterwards, if you don't kill him, you get to keep him as a pet.
What about if you got him to impregnate another orangutan before, and, then
you
killed him?
raised,
Yeah,
you raised
exactly,
the little, and
the
then killed
little
that one.
baby.
But then he turned on you
Yeah,
and
we
then
call him Daniel.
killed you in your sleep.
Well, we know what the fucking prequel to Planet of the Apes is anyway.
So,
Right, so.
what is your opinion on Britney Spears? I'd love to get the
He's
my
obsessed with
perspective.
Britney.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do.
I
Britney.
think I
Watch
think
out
she's
for
great.
myself. Oh, there you go.
Why do you not?
I think it's terrible what happened to her because I
Yeah.
watched the documentary with my
Yeah.
girlfriend and it was bad. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's happening to Amanda Bynes now, and nobody's kicking up a fuss about that.
Yeah,
So
there you
it
go.
Amanda,
seems like a
Amanda,
lot of
Amanda,
virtue
Amanda.
signaling to me.
Iconic.
Yeah, I don't know why, like, she's not getting the same treatment. Like, but
Mm.
she was.
I didn't even know that.
Was she not genuinely, like.
No,
Gone
it's
off
just the
rails.
way people. That's like the conservatives put that opinion out in the world, so the
I think a lot
media
of
takes that on.
child superstars,
Spin it.
like
It's-
Michael Jackson, you know, Amanda
But
Bynes,
it depends on the
Britney
people you
Spears.
have around you.
Justin
They all
Bieber,
had
like,
bad
they all
family.
went through
They
breakups.
all
That's
had
a
like-
legal system that shouldn't even exist.
And they all have
So
bad
that
people behind them.
conservative
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
is fucked up.
Was
Like,
it
it
you
shouldn't
who told
exist.
me you were watching The Voice? Or I forget who told me about this, and like someone was on it. It was actually it was when we were filming for EGAF, and someone said that I think it was like Whitney Houston's niece or something was singing. She's only 15, and they goes like, "You're absolutely brilliant, but you're just too young. Like you're just too young to like
To be in this
be
world,
hit with
like
all
yeah.
this, like, yeah."
Yeah, live
It's the way it
your
is, like.
childhood and come back in 2
Yeah,
years.
but
Yeah.
sometimes they
3
don't get
years.
that and they get deprived of it, and it's all they know. Do you know what I mean? But even
Mm.
like nowadays with Britney, like she can post a picture on social media of her and the nip, like, and because it's not on a magazine, good hair, makeup, good lighting. Do you know what I mean? She's ripped out of it on Instagram, going, "Ah, she needs to be back in the conservatorship." But then you have someone like I don't know, Hilary Duff now. She recently done a nude photo, and like and Kim
'Cause it's
Kardashian.
photoshopped and
Because
all,
it's all
like,
it's and
yeah.
it's done well. Its comments are like, no, it's good comments, and then Britney does it, and they're like, "You're skit."
Do you love
Do you
Britney?
know what I mean? Love her.
You love Britney as well, do you?
Yeah, I love her. Like, like some of the pictures that she puts up on Instagram are a bit out there. Like,
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be putting
But it's
pictures
double
of me and Nick,
standards.
like,
That's the way she's doing it. She's doing it because it's no one's making money off of her. Do you know what I mean? It's
Mm.
her. It's
Yeah.
her doing it. She's no one's making money. But then it's the flip side of it. She's getting slut shamed, and her mental health is getting compared to the fact that she needs to be locked up. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, why would you want to put up a naked picture of yourself on social media?
She can do what she wants. Free Britney. Do you know what I mean? She can free the nip.
But like, if Enya done that, would you not say, Enya, what the fuck are you doing? Take
yeah,
that down,
people
you
think,
mad thing.
yeah, people think I was like,
Because
here's
it's
the
unco-
Britney.
it's
You're
out.
losing the rag.
It's out of character.
Yeah, it's out of character, but it's not really with Britney. Like, Britney doesn't give a gig either way, so.
Britney is Britney. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
she's so
Yeah,
much
she
money
can,
now.
but
Like,
she
I don't
won't.
think that she's
Is she
worried about,
pregnant?
like,
She's pregnant, yeah.
yeah, she's
And she's
pregnant.
getting
She's a
married.
child.
I think she's gonna do a big
Barry White.
epic tour
Yeah, please
Oh,
in
don't.
I
about
was gonna say, I
5
think
years.
epic
Me and
tour.
Darren are going to be the
Jordan
first in
Beard.
On
line.
someone's
Would
chest.
you like for her to do a tour?
Yeah, I mean, like,
She won't never invite
if
you.
it,
so.
no, I think, like, if it was in her best interest, if she wanted to do it, then yeah, but I wouldn't be, like,
I'd go.
screaming
Imagine
for
him
it, like.
shushing the whole tree arena. Now, Britney, is this what you want? Do you want to be here?
Yeah, but, like, it's mad, like, to think, like, every time, say, you've seen her in the last 11 years, she was, like, being
Like a
forced, like a
circus,
show
yeah.
pony, getting pushed on the
Mm.
stage to do
Yeah.
it, and we had no
It's like
clue
she was
about
part
it, you
of
know
a
what I mean?
circus, like, and I know, like, she
Literally.
actually named an album after that,
Literally,
but it's like she was, like, literally in a cage being
Yeah.
brought around, like.
And
But she
even-
wasn't. She was in Vegas. She just had a residency in Vegas.
Yeah, but
for
that
like
was all
3
she was
years.
getting made to do that.
Yeah, she
She
walked
was
off
getting
stage.
made to
Sean,
do
She's
it,
not
like-
being toured all over the country. All
She
over
did,
the
but
world,
after
like.
Vegas, they took Vegas and put that on the road to make more money. They didn't even give her a whole new show. They
Oh,
just
did
took
they?
Didn't have any
the
time
Vegas
off,
show
yeah.
and put that around the world, yeah.
She literally only had like 7 days
Yeah.
off in the whole tour.
Even
so
like
she
she'd like meet fans, and she has like PTSD and a weird thing about meeting strangers, and they would make fans pay $1,000 to go and meet her, and she'd be standing there like that, and in the pictures like you're like a feet away from her, and you're not allowed to put your hand around her or nothing like that, and they're paying $1,000 for the picture. Do you know what I mean? And then she'd be like, I don't like people touching me. Now she has PTSD. Did you ever see the videos of her like rocking back and forward? No, like
yeah.
that's like how she copes. Like God love her. Like she's fried from it all.
Poor Britney.
Yeah. There you go.
So over it. So what we're all fucking fed up with this week. So I'm so over people snoring. I can't sleep in a room if you're a very bad snorer.
And you're snoring and snoring. Like don't be
I
judging
know,
people. Like
I know
it's a
you
fucking
can't hear
condition.
yourself when you're snoring, but like, my God, it's just, it gives me anxiety, sleep anxiety. It's like, I'm not going to be able to sleep.
I
I get
hope
boxed
you-
in the face on the regular in my sleep
Do you, yeah?
for snoring.
That
I
explains
don't
a
get
lot.
boxed in the face, but
I have anxiety because I snore as well, so I have anxiety of going away with anyone I'm at like that. 'cause
Good,
you,
you should.
you should
like I
get
can't
the,
help it. You know what I mean?
get the
Like
spray I got out of boots.
Oh,
yeah.
do you
What?
snore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does it
can't
work?
help it.
Presumably, yeah, it's been working. I just did about 3 sprays a
Oh, for
night
you?
before you go to sleep, and she said
Up your
that like
nose
that
or on your tongue?
in the back of your throat, like no one like the when you have a sore throat, you get that
Yeah.
spray. It's like that.
Do
Just
you know
for-
what
for
snoring is? It's like your what's that called? Your tonsils? No, what's the
Your
thing
tongue.
that hangs down?
Uvula.
Yeah, you go on.
What's that?
Your uvula.
Uvula.
It like hangs on your tongue, and then your throat is closed, so like it's not getting enough air. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what the snoring noise is. Apparently,
Right.
yeah. So hardly
It's
like
hitting the back of your throat, like, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, you can get this like guard that like pushes your tongue down. But like imagine the pain
I'd
of that.
never
sleep.
get my fella to wear one of them. Like, he'd fucking tell me to fuck off.
Does he snore? Does your fella snore?
He can be bad sometimes, yeah. Like, and then other times he's grand, or other times I fall asleep before he does. Like, but it's
She's
you
the
ever
most
see them?
irritable person ever. Like if you even breathe a bit loud, she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Sometimes you don't see yourself or hear yourself breathing. That no, like you'll be at home
Like
and
mouth
you'll be looking at
breathers,
something
yeah.
like an
My
article
brother
or,
is
like,
so
sports
loud.
or something, and you're like,
My brother was like this. He's literally just standing there doing something. He's like, the noisy. I even feel like sometimes I have you like Ryan.
do you
Laura
ever
might
be on the
tell
bus? Were you ever on the bus? Like obviously, were you?
someone breathing.
Maybe you weren't.
I was on a bus, yeah.
Deadly.
Few years
and you
ago.
have your earphones in, and then like you don't know if you're like going. so you have
I'd
to
never, like-
pause and go.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like,
just in case you
Take
were
your
doing that,
earphone
I
off.
was
and,
singing the song. You're like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to be lonely. And you're like,
Is
"Oh,
that a Britney
yeah,
Spears
But you
song?
know people who wear the beats and like the whole bus can hear what they're fucking listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate if someone
They
can
just
hear
want you
what
to
I'm
listen to
listening
that
'cause
music.
Sometimes I have a bit of a weird taste in music. So like, you know, you hear the fucking.
Some people still have the balls to go on the bus and play a town.
A tone.
A town. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Polyphonic.
they do,
Man,
like,
your tones there.
put a song on, like, and they just sit there and leave that side. Like,
Town
that is
off
so
the back of the paper.
cheeky.
What are you so over, Jordan?
I'm so over people overstepping their boundaries. Like, taking your kindness for weakness. Do you know what I mean? Like, I won't say who and I won't say what, but I just feel like...
You can't. That's like vague booking. You can't just like.
Vague
You can't
booking.
just put that
yeah,
out
because
there.
the
You need
person I'm
to give
talking
a
about
fucking-
listens, so I can't say who.
But just say
They're
what it
gonna
is.
know.
Just say what it is.
They're
Yeah,
gonna know.
just like taking, just overstepping, like, just...
People taking advantage of your
Yeah,
kindness.
literally, like, like...
Your money.
No, not your money, just your, like, yeah, everything, I suppose.
They know you're
like-
kind, so they play on that. Like,
Yeah.
So just go. do you know what? I'm not going to be kind anymore.
Yeah, but sometimes the argument's not worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's
Sometimes
better off just.
I feel like people take advantage of me because I have a car and I drive them around places. So it's
But
Yeah.
RT
Then I
came
feel
to
like if
him
you get
first, man.
I feel like if you get like snappy back about it, then you're the one going, what are you causing the fuss
Yeah,
for?
'cause
Like
you're-
you're getting made out like you're the troublemaker maker, and I'm like, like, ugh. Do you know what I mean?
I have mates that just don't know how to say no, and like there's people who like literally take advantage of them, like
Yeah.
left, right, and centre because they know they won't say no. Like,
And then when you stand up for yourself and
ask
take,
them for the most bizarre favour ever, and they'll say yeah. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Some people ask for things, and I'm like, how did you have the nerve?
balls,
the
yeah.
balls, you have
I'd
some
never
gall.
ask somebody for. I'd never go that far and ask
the
somebody for that.
audacity.
Like,
What you
Yeah.
saw over Darren?
What did I say earlier?
So prepared.
Oh yeah.
what did you say, Enya?
Snoring.
Snoring.
Advantages.
People taking advantage.
You had a
What
good
you
one
fed
earlier
up
on. I
with?
forgot what. Like, yeah, you had
Did
a
it-
good one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you know what I'm fucking so over? Me dog looking at me when I'm eating.
Yeah, that's.
That is so rude, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
for
it's
any
like-
dog
What are you
listening.
doing, man?
My dog is so bad. Like, she literally.
So
and it's,
rude.
I'm used to it, you know, because she's my dog. I push her off. But anyone new that comes in, if they haven't food, like, she literally sits on your lip and she'll beg.
Isn't it weird that like a stranger to a dog, yeah, that's in your house, and if they're eating in your house, they'd still do it, and that dog has never met them before.
Yeah.
But they'd just be like that.
Or like,
Yeah.
my dog will cry if you don't give her like something. Do you know what I mean?
Does this thing now where say that your foot, it's like ignore him when you're eating. He does this,
Yeah.
but like very subtle. Just
Have a bit of dignity, dog.
And I
will you,
just
for
go like
fuck's
that.
sake?
Little bit of that.
Step on the toe. No, that's terrible.
no.
I literally have a video of Enya locked eating at McDonald's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
chair, and the
The
dog is literally
McDonald's.
going like that to get some, and she's like, sorry, not get chewing a bit of lettuce on the ground. She threw a bit of lettuce on the ground.
Oh my god.
Some like my dog would throw his nose up to lettuce.
My dog loves
Beggars
that.
can't be choosers.
Just goes like that.
Yeah.
Snots on it or whatever he does. He's a legend.
What you saw over Joe?
It's Fiona, you
I'm
can't remember.
I can't remember what I originally
I
said,
actually
but
think it was a good
I had a
one.
little think there, and I'm so over people expecting you to leave a tip. I feel like if there's a price for something, that should include the value of what you think the tip should be. So if you go for a
Yeah.
haircut, if it's €20 and you want a €5 tip, then it should just be €25.
Yeah.
Like,
€5
just round
tip
it
is
to
a
what-
bit.
What?
My-
Stingy?
Yeah. So no,
That-
no. I mean, it's
That's
a
like
bit much. I
25%.
think. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Do you
I
leave a
wouldn't-
tip?
Yeah, because
I
I
always
work in
do.
the service. I do
After.
hair and makeup, so I feel like I always feel like if I give tips, I'll get tips. You know
So
what I
you walk in there in the makeup industry. Let's
Yeah.
say for a face of makeup, it probably costs €120. I don't know. I'm
mean?
just
I
guessing.
fucking wish.
200. What?
40
cheaper?
quid.
Kim
40
Kardashian
quid for the
40
face of
quid,
makeup.
yeah, but people do throw you the 50 that time.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Yeah.
why not just charge the
25
50?
tip?
No,
Tenner.
40 quid.
Oh, right.
Would you be annoyed if
Tenner.
someone didn't tip you?
No,
You just
No,
go,
I
"Oh,
wouldn't
whatever."
expect it,
You
but,
wouldn't even think of it.
I
Would you
the
not?
Irish thing
Like,
now
if
you
they
have to
didn't,
nearly
then you'd be
refuse
like,
the
"Oh."
tip, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
go on, no, even though you secretly want it, you have to be like, no, don't stop. And they'd be like, have you got change? I'd be like, no, sorry.
Or you do this thing where you look for the change, like, oh yeah, have a tenner somewhere.
I used to
Anyway.
I
work
will
in,
say though,
It's not
sometimes when they
everything.
pay it on Revolut, right, say it's 40 quid, and they just like, I have to add money to me Revolut, they add it, and it's 40 quid, bang on, I'd be like, stingy cunt.
when I worked in the pub, you'd get tips as a lounge boy, and there was this one fella who
Bad
used to
bit
just
and
be
not to
like,
buy.
yeah, it is better than an altar boy. Well, like that's good as well. I'd have done that if it came calling. And he used to put the tip on the table. Now, like when you give him his change, he put the tip there, and he just go like that to you.
Like,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, go on then, take it.
Or we
And
had
then like you looking at John like going, I gave, like letting you know, like
You
I gave
always
you that.
meet you in the
Yeah,
toilet
I
from
want you
10.
to come over to
Are
me
we-
first, like.
we got in a cab there, like not too long ago.
Cab,
and they said-
cab,
a
very
in a cab.
fancy.
Called a
This isn't
cab.
the
I
States, was it?
got raided by cab. But like we got in a cab and your man wasn't like the best, wasn't he? Not and like I got what say it was like €17, and I said that I'd keep the 20. Then he was like €3 tip Jesus, and I was like, no, we didn't
It
even
wasn't
deserve
€3,
his
it was
work.
20 cents.
Was it? Yeah, whatever. It was like keep the
It
change.
was like he gave him €20 and it was like 90 and fucking 80, and he goes, that's grand.
Yeah, but he was a cheeky cunt, so
I
like there
didn't
you
take
go.
back
Yeah.
the 20 cent, like instead of
No.
saying keep it.
It doesn't matter what they do, they still expect, like, people still feel like they need to give a
Yeah,
tip. Even if they didn't
peer
do a
pressure.
good job, like, you still feel like, oh, to round that up to fucking €20.
It's getting
now,
more
even
like
though he was
America
a
now,
cook.
isn't
In
it?
America, you
Yeah.
have to tip. Like I found like that was where we
They
spent
get
most of the
paid on
money.
tip. It's the
But
Yeah.
say if like something was $20, like it's 15% tip, like.
Mm.
So like I
you
give
have
him.
to add that in.
Yeah,
like,
so
that's
it's
But
gonna
a
be
if you're a
big back
tourist in
session
America and
after.
you don't do that, Is it a
Oh, it's
problem?
frowned upon.
Yeah,
But a lot
yeah,
of them are only like probably either not getting an hourly wage or else they only get like £3 an hour, and like they have to make up the rest of that through that.
Is it illegal not to do it?
What tip?
I don't think
No,
it's
it's just
illegal. I think
scabby.
it's just frowned upon. Like,
I just wouldn't do it. I'm
I
only
think,
there
I
for a
think
week.
a person would come back and go to you and go like, what was wrong? Like, why didn't I get me tipped? Do you know what I mean?
I
And
just
you'd
be
have
like,
to
I'm not
explain
from
it.
here. Like,
sit down, my hope as a child.
Like, I have a child at home and I need to feed him. Like, why didn't
Yeah.
you pay me?
But I find like I actually sometimes I feel like because you know when I'm in a restaurant or something like that, like I don't know whether the fucking person serving me knows like that I'm fucking gives a laugh or whatever, but I would be paranoid
your
if they
name?
did gives a laugh,
it's a middle name.
gives a laugh gal. And I would say like you were serving me in a restaurant and you like followed me or something and like I left like a $5 tip off like a bill of 100. I would think, oh no, they're going to talk about me if I don't leave them like 10 or 20 quid, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
it's
20
like,
quid's a lot.
she's selling it with Vigor Street and she only fucking left the scabby $5, like, that's the way I think, like.
Yeah, but they would. They would
I
think
know,
that.
yeah.
They expect,
Yeah.
because they kind of know you, they probably think you make a few quid or whatever. And you probably do make a few quid, I don't know. But
do you?
like, there's-
Loud
they
it, loud
expect you to, and if you don't, then they'll just fucking talk about you saying, Jesus,
Yeah.
toy cunt.
Sure, I got a takeaway there last week, and I thought I had €2 in my pocket,
Ah,
and I just didn't look at it, you know, that way. Just feel it. Oh, it's €2, and he gave us the curry and I
It
went,
was
cheers,
50
man.
cent,
I went
was
like that, and I went, oh no, when I came back in, the €2 in this pocket. What was in that one? It was a coin off an arcade machine.
oh, no. And did he come back? Like,
You
or
probably
did he
thought you
just
were
go
messing.
No, he didn't come back, but like I thought it was €2.
I
So
wouldn't order from there again, man.
Up in Dr. Quirk's fucking after getting the
spit in his
jackpot.
Do you ever get when you're paying something in change, you probably have to watch them count it so you know, like, that's
Yeah.
deep enough?
do you ever be looking for sticky coins in your car, just to give them
Yeah, like scraping them, like I
sticky
mean,
coins?
I
where they
never
just say-
handle cash anymore though, so like it's hard to find change. And I order like a lot of stuff on Just Eat and like Domino's or whatever, like through me card. So like it's awkward when they're giving it to you, and like.
Yeah.
But a lot of delivery drivers aren't making tips now.
That's
because
it.
That's another thing. That's another thing that I'm over. Is like when you order something on Just Eat, you have the delivery fee that they hike up to like €4.50.
Yeah.
You get a bleeding 4 and 1 for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you would.
And then there's the fucking service charge on top
Yeah.
of that. And then you have to give them a tip when they come to the
Yeah.
door. Me bollocks.
Yeah.
Well, if you
I used to
got paid
cope
with
with
cards, then I wouldn't give them a tip.
hates
Fuck that.
hates tipping.
I fucking do. The people get paid the appropriate amount, like, you know.
No.
what
But I
mean?
think it's
I feel
quite
like they
awkward because
deserve
you're
it,
like,
though.
I think it's insulting if you've paid by card, then you're handing them like a pissy €3. Like it's like insulting.
I
Yeah,
think people
yeah.
know that.
I
Like
think
if you
it's
pay by
insulting.
card, you
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah,
cash. Like,
exactly.
not that
I
way.
feel like if they deserved it, if you went for dinner and the service was great, like you would have no bother tipping.
What,
Yeah,
what have
yeah,
you done?
yeah,
If
yeah.
you done a dance for you at the door, would you give me
Yeah.
€1?
Do it again.
If it was
Hello,
good-
welcome. What
I'd
would
say,
you
can I
like for
film
your
this
dinner?
this time?
Can I film this and put it on my stories?
Yeah.
At least in America, they're really fucking nice. I mean, I hate that they're really nice because it's so fake.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're really nice and they're really attentive to you and they're helping you, they're like, oh, is everything okay here? You don't get that here. It's like, is that
But then
alright?
there's the
Because
flip
they have
side.
they're earning it,
The-
like.
Yeah.
Then there's the flip side, people that like live on tips and like all that, and then they're just cheeky cunts as well. They're like, what would you like for dinner? Do you know what I mean?
Is that a
We
robot?
have the stupid of the
What would
day.
you
What would
like
you
for
like?
It's
dinner?
like I had a vocal, what would you like for dinner?
Mike Wazowski. Right, guys, so we'll wrap it up there. I think that was
That
a good
is it.
fucking
The
hour.
X now? Did you say you wanted to do
Oh
it?
yeah, I've totally forgot.
Polly.
What?
Right, bonus round.
Good memory. What
See that?
gives you the ick about women?
Nothing.
Women are goddesses.
Fucking brownie
No,
points.
but like what? Not just women in general, but icks. Like, what are your icks?
I have a couple of things.
Right,
Is that bad?
okay.
No,
No,
Couple
well,
of-
I have-
I have
there's
a
a few
fucking
things.
list.
I'm a very icky person.
Right. A thing
Icky
that
Vicky.
gives me the ick
Sticky
is
Vicky.
the one that kind of annoys me is when girls say man. You know, they say it like one of
You
the
up,
lads
man,
like,
like?
oh, story man.
Man,
You alright,
oh,
man?
that'd be like a
And
fella saying love.
Yeah,
But
well,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, love,
Like,
I'd be-
what's story man?
No, I don't find it turn off for a man to say love.
Hun.
Ah,
Oh,
hun,
hun,
yeah,
yeah.
hun gets me.
Yeah,
Okay, hun.
Do you know one certain chipper man thinks I'm a woman? How I love every time I answer, I'd be like getting pure manly when alright, what's sorry. He'd just be like, thanks, love. I'd be like, Jesus Christ, I can't win.
If your young one wants her makeup done, send that to me.
Alright, yeah. He'd be like horn and all. I'd be like, oh my god, he pure thinks I'm like,
Jordan
Butcher.
blushing and all. Pat Butcher.
yeah.
But the missus got we're going to a wedding tomorrow, and the missus got spray tan done, and it just makes me think of when they
Oh,
do
the
the
wedding,
makeup
yeah.
themselves, and the palms of the hands are orange. Do you ever get that? And in the
That's
is
a bad
You're not
tan.
supposed to wear
The-
a tanning glove.
yeah, but some people don't.
That's
and
what
you
I
see
did
the
on a
girls
snow
like-
angel.
Getting
and curry
sprayed, you get
sauce.
sprayed, you just got sprayed too much.
Yeah,
So what else gives you the ick?
that's two things.
It's
Girls
bad
that say
spray
man
tans
and
And what
girls.
about the smell of the spray tan? It's
Not the spray. It smells spray tan's nasty, but it's the cocoa brown or something, whatever they get from pennies, and it does be on the hand, like they don't bother.
Yeah, they
doing
don't
it with
put a
the-
mitt on. Yeah, yeah.
And then it gets.
Do you know
caught
what's a
in their
good
fingers,
trick?
your
A sock.
fingernails.
Yeah,
Is
Put
it?
a sock on. Yeah, if you
You
have
can
no
buy
mitt,
them.
use a sock.
Buy them at some pennies,
I
can you?
used to milk
Do you
the
see
sock.
the girls nowadays? They do.
Like a
See,
window
you do it
cleaner.
with a glove. Apparently, if you put your tan on with a glove, because the mitt absorbs half of the tan, and so does the sock, obviously. So if you do it with a glove, it doesn't absorb any of the product, and you get more tan for less product.
Now, lads, in
There
case
you
you
go.
ever have to do your missus's back.
I do.
Do
Yeah.
you?
I love doing tan.
He's like, yeah, and what?
Do you use
Tan
a
is
sock?
the godsend.
And I like
I
it.
she has one of the gloves.
Would
Oh,
you wear
okay.
fake tan? Like if you, like even just.
I
Like,
wore fake
a
tan
little-
last
yeah.
week. It was for a sketch though.
Oh, really?
Like
Quite liked it.
about a bad fake tan, or
It was patchy, like
right? Yeah, yeah.
I think a tan makes everything
a
look
tan,
better.
mate. Even if you
I'm
did like
bigger.
light glow, it's lovely.
Really?
Yeah.
You do it for it?
Yeah. No,
I
fake
didn't
tan.
think,
Do
I
you have-
didn't think
do you have
do
brush?
blokes do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Fiver.
Do blokes do
Uh,
fake tan?
I'll give you a tip.
Right,
Do blokes
sunbeds
do
now.
fake
I
tan?
haven't heard of
Yeah.
any lads getting spray tan.
like?
Yeah,
I could smell it.
He definitely would.
He
You?
does. You do fake tan.
Ryan's on the beds.
Oh, no.
No, but I know he's
He
tanning
lives in the
anyway. But if he
sunbeds.
like he'd get one, not a
Yeah.
bother.
Because you get the injections now for the sunbeds. There's people that get
The
tan
nasals.
tannin
Yeah.
injections.
I
Nasals.
think basically a lot of people take them obviously just to fucking speed it up, but like you're
It'd be
doing
stupid
less
to get an injection.
sunbeds. You're doing less sunbeds by doing them, like do you know
Yeah,
what
it
I mean?
dies.
Same
are,
as
like,
just doing
the
loads of
nasals
sunbeds.
are like
Yeah.
melanin, isn't it? It's not
Yeah,
melatonin,
melanin.
melanin, and it like makes your skin darker when you do them. But the injections, they like dye your skin, don't they? I've seen people like go around with yellow eyes and all over them. Yeah.
Jesus.
What do they call that when your eyes go yellow as well? Your
Kidney
liver?
Your
failure.
liver, is it?
Yeah,
Or
liver
kidney,
failure.
is it?
Liver.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, stop.
Right, so
That wraps that up.
yeah, thanks lads. We really enjoyed
I
it.
have
I'm the
no
only
wits.
one that
I have
said
no
it.
wits.
Oh, he
sorry.
didn't say
I have
it.
no
No,
You
wits.
He
didn't
said
say
he
anything.
said he loves. Oh, we do them
We
every
try to
week.
do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A quick one, the only ick I have is when you, well, it's not the only one I can't think, but when you put your hand in the water in the sink and there's like carrots and shit.
Oh
and then you're
yeah.
like, "Ah!"
Did you ever see that
I hate
meme with the alien? He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There you go.
And on that
Bum
note,
cracks would be
thank
mine.
you, Darren and Joe, for joining us. They also have their own podcast called Stall It, which is in collab with Go Out. What days does that be up on?
Every-
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every
Yeah.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
Stall It on Spotify.
Come here, give us the link up Go Loud, will you? I'm only messing.
I already said it to Enya.
Said it.
And what
You're
else?
going in there
And
as well.
Free Gaff is
Free
available.
Gaff is in mid-production, but you can watch the full season on the RTE player, can't you?
And you can look
Yeah,
forward to
if-
seeing
if it
Enya on it as
streams.
well.
Yeah.
So they say, isn't it?
You up the housing officer.
And yeah, you can catch us on SO over on Instagram. Give us a follow as well. And what's your Instagram, lads? Give us a plug quick.
Mine's Joe Mcgucken.
Mine's Darren Conway.
And that they do gas videos. Keep up with them.
Thanks very much.
And we'll see you next week.
Can I come back next week?
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you
So
can.
I'll see you later, yeah? Just put me in here.